Okay, I'm listening. I really like that name. Housekeeping, hello. It's tagged with mythology. You know, I love a bit of fantasy violence. Nah, bestie, that's not happening. We've seen this game before. I do like the sound of defeating the evil space corporation. Oh, 1.0. There are a lot of things happening on this page, and we're just gonna have to deal. Anyways, hello, friends and gamers. Welcome to Summer Shenanigans 2026. Technically, Endix Showcase should have been the start of Summer Shenanigans because that was technically the first of the Summer Showcases we're covering this year. That those games are going into next week's Steam Next Fest coverage, which is the second half of Summer Shenanigans. But the first half is the showcases, and this is technically June 2nd. Actually, this took place on June 1st, I believe, but I am about a day late to covering it. God knows when this video will go up, but we are here, and today we're going to take a look at the Mixed Summer Game Showcase. Now, we're doing things a little bit differently this year. Last year, I covered a bunch of showcases, and I do believe Mixed was one of them. However, I was not doing it in an official context this year because I'm much busier. Last year, I was recovering from surgery at home for about 2 months, and so I had a lot of time to record. This year, I am much busier. Literally, I moved this month. Like, we're talking like a week after Summer Shenanigans ends, I move. So I'm a lot busier this year. So this year, I'm only covering events that I am co-streaming, quote unquote, in an official capacity. So that being said, I would like to thank the Mix team for having me as a co-streamer, even though I'm not a streamer. Thank you. So we are officially covering it. Officially covering it. We are going to do a deep dive into all of the games from the showcase. We're going to do our AI vibe checks. We're going to do the play or nay. That means every game gets a play or a nay. Do I want to play it? Do I not want to not play it? And in this case, we are also collecting for demo dives. Demo dives are exactly what they sound like. It is a series that we've been doing for years now on the channel, where I take what it's devolved into is 4 games, 1 video. We play the demo for like 15-20 minutes, and I decide if I want to officially play it. So anything that doesn't have a demo goes to the wish list. We come back later. That's where we're at. Now let us begin. The intro for this has been very chaotic, but you know what? If any intro was going to be chaotic, I feel like Mix is like the perfect chaos vibe. Anyways, let's get into it. I also kind of want to get off this page because like I said, there's a lot of things happening. There is one game hidden, and I'm curious why it's hidden. TLDR, and I don't love how Steam does this, but if you play a game on a different platform, which I do like to check off if I've played a game on a different platform, because in that case scenario, I do want it to like record that I've played that game, so my Steam algorithm can be like, hey, you would like this other game that's really similar to this game you played on Switch. So I do check that off on the Steam page, but unfortunately, I think that hides the game, which really sucks, because the other reason why I would ever hide a game on Steam is because it has a generative AI content warning. So I don't know if that I want to trust Mix, but I'm not entirely sure. There also is if it's an RPG and strategy, because RPG strategy sims, though, that's one of my favorite genres. Like that could just be something off of my Switch, but I don't want to unhide them because I don't want to see the slop. All right, the one hidden could also be a horror game. I do have gore turned off, so it could be a horror. Okay, that would make a little bit more sense. All right, let's get into these games. I'm going to be brutally honest. There is an option to just browse all, but I think I want to do that last and start with the specific genres, because I feel like that'll be a little bit more manageable. You can do a little showcase here. They have the little showcase going where you can see games a little bit closer just from the main page, which I do like this because it shows off the trailers and they are using it for trailers, which I think is smart. But we're going to start in the action games category. First off with Blades of Mirage. And fun, this is fun. This game is also, because I am recording this, literally, I'm going to be recording so much tonight because all of the showcases for our Summer Shenanigans got put up onto Steam, like as of today. So I'm going to be pre-recording them. This one will go up like almost immediately, but all the rest are going to be pre-recorded so that we could have them go up at the right times. But this game is also going to be in the Southeast Asian Games Showcase that I am also going to be covering again this year. But Blades of Mirage, does it pass the it does pass the AI vibe check. I'm request access to playtest. It's registered. Now we wait. Also, the 2 games it says it's similar to, that why it would be relevant to me, are Withering Waves and Clair Obscur. So immediately I'm intrigued. Like, okay, I'm listening. Embark on an epic isometric action RPG set in a Southeast Asian-inspired world. As Mira, use your ability to create water-based weapons and explore ancient ruins scattered across unique islands. Confront corrupted, powerful creatures and solve intricate puzzles to secure the ancient relics. No release date yet. I actually am intrigued by this one. In fact, this one's actually going to the wish list. I also requested that playtest access, as you can see down here. I want to see more of this. This looks very, very new. The first devlog was posted back in March, and that's the only announcement they've had so far. I'm assuming we'll see something more announcement-wise with the release of the Southeast Asian Games Showcase and all of that, but I do look forward to that. Ooh, this is fun. No, this looks really good. It looks like the type of game I would enjoy. I'm probably gonna suck. They're doing a playtest in July, so I requested that playtest access. We will wait for that, and hopefully I'll be able to throw it somewhere into another little demo dive or player nay video in July after I've moved. Please, I'm begging, please be at the later half of July, because if it is at the first half of July, I'm not gonna have time for that, bestie. I don't even think my computer's gonna be set up, so fingers crossed. This looks really good though. I also love exploring different mythologies and cultures that you generally don't see as much in gaming. And I'm excited to see a fantasy that's based on Southeast Asian mythology. I think that'll be very fun. Because again, those are things we don't see as much, which is why I like covering the very hyper-specific indies showcases, because we get to see more of those games, because that's where those games are going to be featured. Doing a complete 180 though, we next have Alcahest, which I actually really like that name. And this one is also going to be covered by IGN in their event, but I'm not covering the IGN event because I don't think they take co-streamers. Alcahest is an action adventure. I can't read. An action adventure RPG set in a murky medieval world, where satisfying melee combat with highly interactive environments takes center stage. Explore realistic locations, learn alchemy, and make a name for your family. That's funny. I just played another game yesterday that involved alchemy. I'm on an alchemy kick, I guess. Passes the AI vibe check. It does have mature content, but that's totally fine. I kind of expected that just with the vibes here with the creature. This does not have a demo yet, but I am intrigued enough to add it to my wish list, because here's a pro tip. If you see a game that you like and you're waiting for a demo to go up or something like that, put it on your wish list, because one, you will get an email when a demo goes live, and two, when there is the big Steam events, there's a section specifically on the Steam page for like, here's some games you wish listed that now have demos. Enjoy! So I wish list games for that reason as well. If you look at my wish list count up here, it's over 1,000, and that is because I just wish list everything. Wish lists help games so much, so I literally will just wish list everything. If I've like interacted with it ever in the slightest, it gets on the wish list. Moving on, we have Dusk Fade, which also looks really cutie. Shatter the shackles of time as you jump, swing, and slash through a fantastic world in this love letter to classic 3D action platformers. I did immediately think like, oh, this feels cute. It feels nostalgic. It's giving Kingdom Hearts a little bit, but then like other more platformer based. It's like, it feels like if Kingdom Hearts was a platformer, you know? I'm gonna struggle to say this name, but I actually, do you ever have fantasy names that you're kind of obsessed with? I really like this fantasy name. I wish I thought of this. Zirian, I really like that name. Accompanied by his mechanical cuckoo, must save his sister from a mysterious clock tower that has plunged the land into eternal night. This is coming out in 2026, but nothing specific. I'm so excited this has a demo. Oh my gosh, because this looks really good. My thing is, I am gonna need to demo it, because with the whole like platformer aspect, I am very hit or miss with platformers, because I will rage quit a platformer. I get very into it and I'm like, oh, I suck at them sometimes. So I'm very happy this has a demo. It does pass the AI vibe check, which is great. The publisher is Fireshine, and I've covered Fireshine games before. I've received games from them before, so I'm like, okay, I trust them. I trust Fire. There's certain publishers and like developers that I've worked with tangentially in the past that I'm like, okay, I trust you. Don't let me down. And they did not let me down. So we're gonna add that to my library. One thing we are gonna do really quickly here though, is I am going to pop open my list, my recording list for this, if I can find it, because I do have a list of all the demos we are going to be playing for 2026. We are starting today at number 26 on the list, and that is going to be Dusk Fade from Mix. Very exciting, because this looks really good. Okay, put that on there. Make sure I get I just got to do some housekeeping really quickly. Give me a second, because this is the first demo, like officially. I have to add in all the proper tags to my list so that I can sort it out if need be. Like this is where it gets, housekeeping. Hello. All right, it's on the list. Because the thing with demo dives is I don't have time to cover every single game, so I will use a random number generator. I give each game a number, and then I use a random number generator to pick which games we play. So there's a little bit of a random element to it, and it makes it a lot more manageable for me because I don't have to worry about covering 200 games every time. Last year I covered 180 games, so we need to be smart about it for this year because I don't have as much time. I really it's almost like an exact opposite to last year where I was like recovering from surgery, had a ton of time. This year I'm moving and don't have any time. So, but hey, we're moving up in the world. Okay, Duskfade is definitely a play. Yeah, cool, awesome. Next game, because we've taken so long with these first 3 games. Raji Kali Yuga. I really hope I said that correctly. This is also going to be featured in a showcase I am not covering this year, but I'm curious to see how it goes because this is going to be also their first year doing this showcase, the India Games Showcase. So these are particularly games that are made within India and from Indian creators, I'm assuming around the globe. I'm not entirely sure because I'm not covering that one, but I've covered similar showcases, obviously. Oh, this is a sequel. Okay, 6 years after the Great War, destiny bleeds into prophecy as gods and mortals blur. Raji, the warrior of faith, and Darsh, the dreamwalker, face Mahabalasura's wrath as he tears open heaven's gates, unleashing Kali Yuga, an age where every choice can unmake the universe. This does sound very good, and I just brought up earlier how I love mythology. It's tagged with mythology, putting you on the wish list. It's tagged with mythology. I was just talking about how I love seeing mythologies that aren't traditionally covered and retold within games. I love seeing them adapted as much as we can get them adapted. And this is very cool because it's a 3D like third person game, but then you have these like 2D almost like prehistoric versions of like telling the lore. It just looks so cool how they combined the different elements, and I love seeing mythologies and cultures that are not traditionally represented in media, especially games. This is great. Does it pass the AI vibe check? It does. It does not pass the mature content vibe check, which is fine. I don't care about that one. But for fantasy violence, you know, I love a bit of fantasy violence. We don't care about the mature content vibe check here. We're all adults here. We do care about the AI vibe check though. So this looks great, actually. I hope they get a demo somewhere down the road. 13 million views across all major platforms on their trailer. The reveal trailer back in February. That's awesome. I love that. No, that's so great. I look forward to seeing more from this game because this looks really, really cool already. I look forward to seeing more from this one. Would love to demo it sometime down the road. This is great. I love games. Okay, next. Total 180, Ball and Gun. This is coming out June 5th, 2026. So by the time this video goes out, there's a strong chance it is available. Ball and Gun is a genre-bending sports FPS game, you lost me a little bit, where you master your jump shot in an evolving arsenal of divine weaponry to hold back the undead. This isn't just about survival, it's about becoming a basketball god in the ball-pocalypse. I'm actually surprised I was able to read that first try. A ball, a gun, zombies. This is the new definitive shooter. Okay. Does it pass our vibe check? It does. There's no demo available for this one. It's coming out into early access in the next couple of days here. However, I am not a sports girly and I don't really tend to play FPS games as much anymore. I used to be obsessed with them, and whenever I can find a single player FPS, I always get really excited. This is a single player FPS, but I don't really like sports games. They're not really my cup of tea. So I do think I'm gonna skip this one just because it's not for me. But it could be for you. That's the thing. Just because a game isn't for me doesn't mean that it's like a horrible game unless it has AI. Listen, I'm gonna be really bitter about the AI thing this year because it's gotten really bad. So it's gonna keep coming up. Spoiler alert. Just because a game isn't for me doesn't mean it's not a good game, because I like different genres than you might like, you know? So if you like sports games and FPS games, I would recommend this to you. It's not for me though. We're gonna move on then to Midgard, coming out Q4 of this year, so more near the end of the year. A chaotic 1 to 4 player co-op adventure where you and your friends create the ultimate Viking tavern, hunt mystical beasts by day, cook and serve rowdy patrons by night, and survive the wrath of Norse gods when the mead stops flowing. This sounds great. It does say 1 to 4 player co-op, so we are, if this has a demo, we are going to throw this into the demo dive list, even though I tend not to do co-ops. I've explained this before, but I tend to skip over co-op games for demo dives because I sometimes will end up recording at weird times, and in order to like get a group of people together, sorry, my dog's being weird, to get a group of people together, like very suddenly be like, hey, I'm gonna record right now. Who wants to join me? Like, that would be a lot. It would be very stressful and difficult. So I tend to skip over co-op multiplayer games for that reason. But if it is playable in single player, I do like to throw them in because I want to see if it's worth it to play it as a single player person. My dog is staring at me now. This game particularly, it does say it will have a demo. It said it was in the trailer saying they're going to have a demo in August. So for now, we're just gonna put a pin in this one. It passes the AI vibe check. Obviously, this is a cute little game that passes the mature content vibe check as well. Put it on the wish list so that we can come back to it hopefully in August. That would be great. Because again, I love mythology, and this one is based on Norse mythology. Also, another aside, Midgard is going to be featured as well at the Women-Led Games Showcase, so we will be talking about it again. Because I will be covering the Women-Led Games Showcase once again this year. I think this is my 3rd year covering their summer showcase, so that's awesome. But yeah, we will be talking about this one again, so I get to talk about it again. Moving on, we have Enter the Chronosphere, which I do think we have to talk about this. I'm curious, because this is not my first rodeo with Enter the Chronosphere, I'm pretty sure. It is out already. This came out May 25th, 2026, so very recently. And I have to look something up on my Notion here. I record everything, by the way. I have to look something up really quickly, because I think this is the game I'm thinking about, but I don't want to misspeak. I'm having a bit of a difficulty. I found it in my Notion, but I don't know which particular entry I'm needing to interact with here. I have found last year's list, by the way. So this was on the list last year. Aha! All right, I figured it out. Okay, so Enter the Chronosphere was a game that was supposed to be part of last year's Summer Game Fest shenanigan demo dives. It ended up being more near the back half of the list, so I had to throw it onto the list that I played off camera because I lost my voice about halfway into the week and had to play the second half of my 180 games on my own time, unrecorded, and then we just kind of did a recap of I gave everything a 5-star rating, or like a rating out of 5, and was like, here's what you should play. That video is still on the channel if you're curious. But Enter the Chronosphere is actually in the NA category because I ended up not playing it, because once I opened the game, I do think this is not as bad, but it did say that they had used Google Translate in order to translate some of the languages, and I do lump that in with using, at this point in time, I do lump it in with using AI. So I did not play it. However, I'm not seeing a content disclosure. The demo is no longer available though. So that is a problem because I was like, I'll give it a second chance. We can't do that because this game looks like it's doing phenomenally, actually. But let's talk a little bit about this game. Everything moves when you do and Enter the Chronosphere, the turn-based bullet hell roguelike. Each chronosphere is procedurally generated with defenders and biomes from the worlds it has consumed. Break in, find exotic weaponry and gadgets, outsmart hostile aliens, and fight your way to the core, which makes sense. I thought for a second that they had used AI translation, and I was like, why don't I have this ignored? Because I ignore those games, but it was Google Translate, and I didn't ignore the game for that reason. I'm not seeing anything, and to be fair, Steam does not require you to denote if you have used AI translation in your game. For some reason, they don't count that as generative AI content, even though it is. So I don't know if they've removed that. I hope they have. I would like to give this game a second shot. They don't have a demo listed. I'm curious if we can find one like elsewhere. Also, I'm struggling to type. No, it's not on Steam elsewhere. Okay. I'm gonna put this on the wish list because maybe they'll have a Steam Next Fest demo or something. I doubt it because it's already been released into early access. I would like to give this game a second try though. I got these really nice kitchen chairs and table set, and my dog keeps eating the chairs, and he was just doing that. So pro tip, if you have a dog, don't get nice kitchen chairs, apparently. I think he's just mad I'm recording right now. He wants cuddles. Okay. Yeah, I would like to give Chronosphere another try. I'm assuming, because I think even in the description for the Google Translate translation from before, they did say they were going to change that with the full release. But at the time of recording last year, I have morals, so I didn't play it. But maybe we'll come back to it. I would be willing to give Chronosphere a second chance. Okay, we have gotten nowhere. Eternal Palace Sakura is next. I gotta check this immediately. Okay, it passes the vibe check. All right, okay. Give you that one. Sharpen your blades and step into the Eternal Palace Sakura, a dream labyrinth haunted by restless yokai. Battle through ever-shifting realms in this anime-inspired 3D action roguelite, mastering fluid combat and exploring endless floors of the palace. Coming out in 2026. A demo is available, so that will be going into the library because I like these genres. I like a roguelite, what can I say? I always say this in other videos, but I really don't care about the distinction between roguelite and roguelike. I do really enjoy both, so I will play both. So yeah, my dog is now under my desk. But yeah, this looks like something I would enjoy. It doesn't look too crazy, but it is still in development, so we'll see. Okie dokie, then that is not what I'm having issues with mousing over things here. Erosion is next, totally different vibe from the last one. Your daughter's been kidnapped. Every death costs you a decade. Explore a roguelike open world where your actions reshape the timeline. Okay, hold on, I just started reading ahead, but like every death costs you a decade. Oh, so there's like an incentive to get through it quickly. Oh. Join a cult, steal a ride, gamble cheddar. I'm gonna assume that's another word for money. Collect 100+ weapons and abilities, demolish destructible voxel dungeons. Can you save her before time steals her away? This sounds so cool. I want playtest access. We have to wait. I requested access. We have to wait now. Playtest is starting June 23rd. So that would be, guys, I want you to guess what day I move. Give me a couple seconds. You don't have to put it in the comments. It's the 24th. Why is that? I know the playtest is probably the 23rd because they want people to not, because this is another strategy going into like the summer game shenanigans, right? Steam Next Fest is the week before this, or like, I think it's actually 2 weeks before. The timing is, okay, yeah. Steam Next Fest is the 8th to the 15th of June. This is going to be the following week, like 2 weeks after the main week of Steam Next Fest, right? Because it ends on a Monday, always ends on a Monday. They're putting it on the 23rd, one, probably to give the devs more time to work on that playtest, and two, because players will not be hung up on other games. They'll have time to play this one. That is a strategy going into summer game shenanigans, is to put your demo after everybody else's so that they're like, people, if they want to play more indie games, yours is there. Look at that. But this doesn't work out for me because I move the next day. So I don't know if we're going to be able to cover this one. I requested playtest access. If we are able to, we will. But this one is very up in the air for me. This sounds really good though, so I am going to put it on my wish list so we can come back to it at a later date if I am unable to do the playtest in that time period, if I even get the playtest access. Because there's a very strong chance that, nah, bestie, that's not happening. Anything that is like not absolutely required that week is not happening because I gotta move. But I would like to try this out later. This sounds like a very interesting premise. Very, very cool. I love a rogue game, so I really want to play that one. Also, the Western elements of this are going to be very fun because I do live in Texas, so it's going to be really fun to go like country Western with it. It's going to be fun, but I really hope we get to play that one at some point. Our next action game is Seal Breakers, a top-down 3D roguelite brawler where a disgraced warrior fights immortal tyrants in a collapsing reality. Break the world back with nothing but fists. So it's all punchy. There's no demo or anything yet. It passes the vibe check though. I'm surprised there's not a mature content warning on this one because there's like a lot of blood. Yeah? But this seems a little bit out of my wheelhouse. I do like roguelites a lot. I said that. But it's just not my vibe. It's the punchiness of it all. I don't like punchy combat, so I think I'm gonna skip it for now. But if this were to come up like at a later date in another showcase, I wouldn't be opposed to trying it out then. If there was a demo, I would have put it on the list as well. All right, Ground Zero Hero. I thought it was Ground Hero Zero, but Ground Zero Hero is next. Kill mutants, absorb their remains, mutate into something stronger every run. Stack insane power combos and survive overwhelming hordes in this fast, chaotic, highly replayable action roguelite bullet hell. I will immediately say the art style is not something I would generally go for. I don't tend to love this type of art style. There is a demo, so we might throw it into the list, but I'm not sure. It seems a very like toilet humor-esque, and that's not really my vibe. I think I'm gonna skip this one for now, also because I know we're gonna have a bunch of demos going into Steam Next Fest. This one just isn't really my vibe, quite frankly, and that's okay. Like I said earlier, Just because I don't vibe with something doesn't mean you are not allowed to vibe with it. This is just not my jam, and that's okay. Similar vein, Toxic Crusaders is next. This is something we've not seen before, but this is a repeat thing. This is not the first game, because it says the Toxic Crusaders return for an all-new, all-action beat-em-up for 1 to 4 players. Grab your mop, tutu, and attitude, and get ready to clean up the mean streets of Tromaville and beyond, one radioactive menace at a time. There is a demo for this one, but I do think we're going to skip this one as well, just because, again, it's not really my vibe. Gameplay-wise as well, I'm not really a beat-em-up girly. I've made a few concessions here and there for beat-em-ups, but I don't really love beat-em-ups. So, and then again, the game style, it comes out this year, but it's just not for me. And again, that's okay, but there is a demo available for that one as well. After that, we have, well, that's an interesting name, Kirk Mephisto. Follow Kirk on his quest to stop the ongoing battle between birds and worm kind in this sci-fantasy. I thought it was, okay, that's not the genre I was expecting. Hack and slash action game. Fighting alongside Kirk are his childhood friends, Hallis, the Worm Warrior Princess, and Carper, the Secret Agent B. This is, sure is interesting. There's not a demo for it, so I think I'm going to skip it for now, but it does pass the vibe check, so. Next is Polyfighter, a single-player roguelike fighting game. Learn new moves from every opponent you defeat to build your fighter's unique style. Battle through tense retro arcade duels with a choice of simple or motion inputs to master your moveset and claim your title. Again, I don't really play fighting games, so this one is a skip from me. It passes the AI vibe check. There is playtest access that is requestable, as well as a demo that is available right now. This is a skip from me, but someone is bound to like it out there. We then have The Dark West, a Western occult ARPG set across a dying frontier that is consumed by corruption. Fight to survive with era-specific weapons. I'm gonna have to censor the video, which is great. And dark magic as you face deadly encounters and uncover distinctive items. I'm interested enough in this one. Passes the vibe check. Mature content definitely does not pass on the mature content, that's for sure, because there was some wild stuff in that trailer. I'm gonna skip it for that reason. I think this sounds really cool. Again, another Western-based game. I think it would be fun to go Southern with it, but I'm gonna skip it because I don't want to get demonetized. Thank ya. All right. Oasis is next, and I see Creatures. The ultimate physics-based dungeon brawler. Surf hilly terrain to build up speed and unleash momentum-based mayhem against the Dark Lord of Darkness in a slapstick solo or co-op adventure. Ah, the slapstick of it all. I don't like a lot of general humor. Also, it's another one that is, oh, this is in my library. That means it's a demo dive reject. Okay, I gotta put it on the list then. What's a demo dive reject? It's taken us half an hour to actually get to the explanation of this, but a demo dive reject, it's not a bad thing, right? What it means is that this was supposed to be in a previous demo dive, and it wasn't. I never got to it. Oops. So in that case, I was not gonna put it on my list, but in the case scenario that it has shown up somewhere before, I'll put it on the list. I'll do that one. Apologies. That's why I add them to my library specifically, so that if we come across it at a later date, I'm like, oh, ooh, I was supposed to play that at a different time. Actually, speaking of, I'm gonna look this one up really quickly in my Notion. Hold on. It's ringing bells. I gotta look this one up really quickly. Oh, no, okay, this was spring 2026 Steam Next Fest reject. That was at a different mix showcase. Okay, well, oops. All right, it was just a reject. I thought I got an email about this one. That's fine. Memoria Wake is next. Oh God, first word is parry. And it's a Metroidvania. Parry with precision and fight through shifting, surreal landscapes in this Souls-like action adventure. When reality turns into a living nightmare, you must ascend through a shattered realm to rescue a missing friend. This sounds great. The gameplay footage here looks great. It's tagged as a Metroidvania, but this is not really giving Metroidvania, so I appreciate that. It's going in the library real quick there. Does it pass the vibe check? It does. I want to play this. It was at PAX. I want to play this. On the release date, it says coming soon, but they do say here it's coming to Xbox and PC in 2027. So this one we have some time for. It's going to be a ways out, but I do want to demo it because it looks like something I would enjoy. The art style is phenomenal. I want to try that one because it looks good. I'm not sure about this next one though. My arms are longer now. It's giving thank goodness you're here. It doesn't show up in the relevant games, but I think it should. It's giving thank goodness you're here, and I was so uncomfortable from that game. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like it feels similar. I think this is going to be another skip for me, quite frankly, but in My Arms Are Longer Now, you are a yucky, long-armed thief. Snake through levels, retract like a vacuum cord, or put on a sock to seduce a lonely guard. Whatever it takes to pull off the perfect heist. Yeah, I don't want to know what you mean by that. I'm good over here. It's coming out this year, but say it with me. It's not for me. All right, last action games page. We are starting with Airframe Ultra. There's only 2 types of racers in Mega City West, the winners and the dead. All right, that's a little bit serious. So fire up your airframe and strap on your katana. Welcome to the violent underground world of Ultra Circuit Racing. Coming soon, there is a demo, but with the first user-defined tag being vehicular combat. I think it might also be a skip from me. I don't like driving games. I'm not good at driving, either in-game or in real life. And so I think we might have to skip it. I think we've seen this before, actually, because I remember reading off the feature list in a funny voice. Wait a minute. We've seen this game before. I'm curious. I have to look at your announcements now. Were you at another game event that I also covered? I'm unsure because it just is talking about betas. They do a lot of betas though, so that's great. I am gonna read the feature list again because it was fun last time. High octane, full throttle, make your racer, clash with your crew, rule the streets. It was fun last time, so I had to do it again. Yeah, this one's it's just not for me. I'm not a vehicular combat girly, and that's okay. Just the style of this game, I feel like a lot of people are really going to enjoy it, that like retro style. So it's not for me. That's okay. We're gonna move on because there's a lot of other games that are for me apparently on this list because I'm noticing a lot of on wish list markers. We're gonna move on next to Wild Blue Skies, which I think might also be a skip because it looks like there's plane flying. Wild Blue Skies reimagines the classic on-rail adventures of the 90s. Join Bowie Stray and the Blue Bombers as they soar through the skies on a mission to save the world in this action-packed, nostalgic journey. This is releasing on August 13th of this year. There is a demo available, and it isn't actually a Next Fest demo, they say here. Wait a minute. That's from February. This was in February's Steam Next Fest. Obviously did not come across my desk at that point in time, but it passes the AI vibe check for sure. But I'm trying to decide if I want to play it because I don't think I'm gonna be that good at it, nor does it really spark joy. So I think I'm gonna skip it, but if it comes up again somewhere, we'll have to give it a try then. If we see it somewhere again and I recognize it, I'll have to try it then. Kid Bash is next. Super Legend. Kid Bash Super Legend. This is also going to be at the Southeast Asian Games Showcase, so we will be talking about this game again there. But in this nostalgic roguelike action platformer, awaken in a world of forgotten game characters as a hero with no memory of his past. After failing to save a nearby village from destruction, can you rise, rebuild, and rediscover the true meaning of being a hero? Release date is to be announced. It's already on my wish list, but there is no demo available, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get a demo announcement with Southeast Asian Games, but for now, it's just gonna stay on my wish list because there's no demo available. But this still looks great. Art-wise, this still looks great. Another game that will not be in a demo dive for a very particular reason, though, is 13Z The Zodiac Trials. We're going to talk about this game again at the Southeast Asian Games Showcase, but we have talked about this game many a time before on the channel already. In fact, I covered it in a demo dive back in like 2024. I am so excited for this game, so the fact that it says Q4 2026 right here makes me so excited because I'm finally going to be able to play this game this year. The demo is available. This demo is always available at every Next Fest, it feels like, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. With the demo dives, I do try not to feature any one game too many times. Back in the past, I would do multiple demo dives for one game, but nowadays I do try to make it so in a demo dive video, I only cover the game once, maybe 2 times if the original demo was kind of funky. The one other concession I will make is that if we have a game that doesn't work for me the first time and it shows up in the top 50 of Steam Next Fest, I will give it a second chance. But generally, I don't replay demos, which sucks for me because I love this game and have been waiting for it to come out for years now. And I really want to play it again, but I have to follow my own rules here. We need some sort of decorum. But I know it passes the AI vibe check. I've played this before. This game has been in development since before AI was a thing, like generative AI in games, okay? I know this. It's in a demo dive that went up probably in like the end of 2024 or something. I don't know, but we've played it before. Go solo or team up with up to 3 friends in online co-op for this fast-paced, anime-inspired action roguelike. Master stylish hack-and-slash combat, craft overpowered builds, and conquer mythological trials to claim the title of the 13th Zodiac. This game is very fun. Coming out at the end of this year, I very much look forward to it. If you look at the similar to games I've played, it's Wuthering Waves and Hades too. I don't have Hades 1 on Steam. I have it on my Switch, so that's probably why. That's why it shows Hades 2. Yeah. If you are a gacha game fan, which is very common on the channel. I myself am a gacha game fan. But if you are a fan of like open world gacha games, like Genshin and Wuthering Waves, particularly, Wuthering Waves is down here. But if you like those games and are looking to get into more indie games, I would actually really recommend 13Z when it comes out, or even the demo is available right now. I would really recommend starting with this one because this sort of game, the combat, if you do a little bit of tweaking the keybinds, you can actually have the exact same layout as you would with combat in Genshin and with Wuthering Waves. So like, because that's what I did. I was like, you know what? We're doing a demo. Let me just like change the keybinds so that I know them. But if you're looking to get into more indie games, this is a great place to start if you are a gacha game enjoyer, especially the open world ones, because the combat and the style of it is very similar. I would actually recommend this one to everyone. This is a very fun game. I really like 13Z. I could go on and on about it. I so look forward to the launch this year. That's gonna be so great for me. And I get to talk about it again in a different showcase. That's gonna be fun. Mobsters Are Coming is next, and this is also on my wish list. It's in Raw Fury's June sale. I'm not covering that, so... Anyways, beware! Monsters are coming! In this tower survivor roguelite, you protect an ever-moving city from unrelenting hordes. Gather resources, fortify defenses, and survive for as long as you can. Will You Reach the Arc? Came out November 20th of 2025. I feel like this was this an early access? Or no, it's just been out. Okay. It passes the vibe check, obviously. This has probably been on my wish list for quite some time then, I would assume. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's gonna stay there because there's no demo, but yeah, I think this is one of those games that I would like to demo first because it is tower defense. And I tend not to love tower defense gameplay, so that's kind of my hang up with that one. Masters of Mayhem is next, and I do believe we saw this somewhere else recently. Was it? And it was Endix. Yep, there it is. Okay. And it was spring. In the video, I was like, I don't know if it's spring or summer, but I'm gonna go with spring. It was spring. I'm so smart. Right, yeah, it's coming soon to early access. I don't think there was a demo available during Endix. So there is that, because I have a list of demos for Endix, and I skipped over this one, and I didn't really remember why, but that's probably why. So, yeah. A vibrant social deduction. It was social deduction. That's what got me. Yep. A vibrant social deduction with roguelike twists, wild abilities, monsters, and nonstop mayhem. I did talk about this during Endix, but if you didn't watch that video, TLDR, I don't really like social deduction games because I'm not good at them, apparently. One time I was playing Among Us for the first time on a phone. I'd played it on a computer, but not on a phone, so I was like, I had no idea how the controls worked, and I was like, what's going on? How is this? Like, I don't play that many games on my phone, so I was like trying to figure out the controls the whole time, and I got voted off because a friend of a friend, it wasn't like that, it was like a friend of a friend was like, you're acting weird. You're weird. You're the imposter. I wasn't the imposter. I just couldn't figure out how the game worked. And then I was bad at conveying that, apparently. But also I didn't know these people, so maybe that was it. Anyways, I don't like social deduction games for that reason. So I'm skipping this one. Then we have Animal Game, our last action game. It took an hour to get through this whole entire section. This is a 2 to 4 player roguelite party brawler where dying makes you evolve. Pick a cute animal, grab a weapon. This is so violent. Oh my god. Grab a weapon, wreck your friends. The catch, last place gets the wildest upgrades. No lead is ever safe. There's not any demos, but they do say that they have a Steam playtest that is under review. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because it's under review still. I hit my mic. Anyways, it passes the vibe check. It does not pass the mature content disclosure warning because obviously when animals kill each other, they explode in a cloud of blood and guts. I'm gonna skip this one mainly because of the gore. That's gore of my comfort character. But that was the entire action section. Next we have adventure / platformers. So this video might be very long, but it is a deep dive. So this is what you signed up for. We have Rover Ride as the first action. I think it was adventure games? Adventure platformers. Oh, it's platformers. Okay, oh dear. Rover Ride. Explore an alien planet as a fierce little rover on a run-based mission to rescue a lost crew and uncover their secrets. This art style is to die for. First of all, I love this art style. I've played other games that have a very similar art style, but I love this art style. It passes the AI vibe check. It is going on the wish list for now because there is no demo available, but oh dear, I hope they get a demo because this looks beautiful. Look at that art. Look at the colors. Amazing. Q4 of 2027. So this is a ways out. Hopefully we'll be able to demo it either later this year or going into next year. This looks great. Then we have Zozo and the Lost Dreams. Yes, that is what it's called. It popped up. And we will be talking about this again at the Southeast Asian Games Showcase when we cover that one. There's a demo, so we'll have to add it. Help Zozo find his way home in this cartoon-inspired Metroidvania platformer. Pillow fight sentient pastries, train under an octopus master, and brave a cybernetic jungle as you explore the vibrant landscapes of Zozo's dreams. Coming out in 2026. There is a demo. It passes the vibe check. You are going on the list, my friend. Zozo and the Lost Dreams. I love the art direction for this. It looks super cute, and I look forward to demoing it. So let's get it on the list. Number 30 on the list you go. All right. Yeah, this looks great. It's a platformer, so I might struggle with it and might rage quit, but that's the beauty of the demo dive. I can rage quit, and it is encouraged in a demo dive, but hopefully we'll get to play that one. Hopefully we'll roll for it. Then we have a totally different vibe. The psych horror called Unhappening, which I actually really like the name, coming out Q3 of 2027. So this one is a ways out as well. But navigate a collapsing world where light is your only protection. Solve physics-based environmental puzzles, oh dear, we'll talk about that in a second, with the help of temporary companions, and survive the darkness consuming fractured memories of humanity's final survivor. For fans of Inside, Limbo, and Little Nightmares. The puzzle gameplay to this feels very similar to Planet of Lana, I believe, at least the second one. That's what I've played recently. I'm gonna request playtest access immediately. There is no demo available, but we are gonna wait on that playtest. It passes the vibe check, not the mature content vibe check though, but the AI one that we care about passes that one. Yeah, this comes out in 2027, so it is quite a ways out. But it does. I recently started Planet of Lana 2 on the channel, and the first level is very similar to this style-wise. So I liked that one. So I would like to try this one. This feels a little bit more mature. So yeah, we'll hopefully get playtest access. Then we have Ball Game. Again, totally different vibe. Aim, bounce, smash, and grind your way through Ball Game. A ballsy, again with the physics. I need to talk about the physics thing, my hang up on physics. But yeah, a physics platformer where you are the ball. You are the ball. Compete in challenging tournaments, speed-driven heists, and again with the physics. Bending courses where the precision of golf meets the speed of pinball. What's my hang up on physics? Let me explain. So in high school, I never took physics. I didn't take it in college either, but I never took physics in high school because a group of my friends convinced me to try and take the physics test out to take AP Physics. Did I have any place trying to test out a physics for AP Physics? Absolutely not. But I was convinced because all my friends were doing it. Talk about peer pressure. So I go to one of my other friends, like an outside friend, like not within that, like a mutual friend of the friend group, but not like within that friend group. He was like more on the outside. I go to him and I'm like, hey, I've been convinced to test out a physics. Can I borrow your notes? And he's like, yeah, sure, but good luck. Like fully gave me the notes, but was like, LOL, have fun. So he gives me the notes. I take them home. I get home. I look at the notes. I spent about 10 minutes flipping through them and ended up giving them back the next day. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. And he's like, I knew that was going to happen. I knew we would end up here. So I never took the physics test out. I was the smart one that year because all my entire friend group that did take the physics test out failed. Nobody passed. No one in my friend group passed. None of the other people taking it passed. Everyone failed that year. So I was the smart one. But for that reason, I have never learned physics. The closest I got was skimming through my friend's notes and deciding this ain't for me. So anytime physics is mentioned in a game, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. This looks really cute and fun though, actually. This is gonna go in the thing. We're putting ball game in the demo dive list. I wanna try this and see if maybe I'll finally learn some physics. It passes all the vibe checks and things. That's fine. This is also gonna be at Day of the Devs this year. I'm not covering that one. They don't do co-streamers. Then we have Mega Gum. Play as Uja in this colorful 3D action platformer set inside the twisted Camby empire of Mr. Gum, where chewing gum powers the world. Run on walls, glide across deadly factory floors, fight bizarre living gummies, and uncover the dark secrets hidden inside the gigantic gum tower. This is going to be releasing in 2027. There is no demo yet. It passes all our vibe checks. No AI in sight. But I'm not putting it on my wish list because this just like isn't necessarily my vibe. Again, it's a little bit too silly goofy for me. So then we have Breath Edge 2, which I feel like I've seen before. I feel like I've seen this hero art. Sent on a reckless mission, you find yourself in outer space filled with numerous dangers and things to explore. Build, craft, manage your crew, look after the chicken, I guess that's the chicken, and defeat the evil space corporation in this new breathtaking survival game. I do like the sound of defeating the evil space corporation. I do like the sound of that. Passes the vibe check, does have a mature content description. I kind of want to put it on the wish list. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. Oh no, what is this announcement? Did they? Because they're doing like a haha funny here where they tell ChatGPT to write them a announcement for the game, but I don't know if this is like, I don't know if they actually did that. Okay, you got us. Even AI doesn't write that badly. Okay, thank God. They did a fake out. Okay, I don't like it. Your demo is redacted. It's kind of funny. Comedic tone. I would want to demo this first because I've said this plenty of times before, but the general like consensus of haha funny comedy, I don't tend to love. I don't know what it is. My brain just like, if I don't think it's funny, I'm not gonna laugh. So I would want to demo this, but I'm gonna put it on the wish list because it sounds like something I would enjoy. We always love ruining an evil space mega corporation, but I would have to demo it first just because the comedic tone might throw me off, but it sounds good. Then we have a game that we've already seen on the channel before, Rekka. Channel your inner witch, build your cozy chicken-legged hut, practice witchcraft, and forage for ingredients in autumnal woodland. Solve quests and uncover the great mysteries of the legendary witch Baba Yaga. And this game is still in early access. I don't know when it's... Oh, 1.0! Okay, so this was announced with Mix. Okay, they announced their 1.0, which I don't know if we played this before I started doing Player Nay on the channel. Player Nay basically means... if I give it a nay, I'm never gonna play it again. If I give it a play, I put it back on the schedule. It gets 1 year out from the day I like edited the video or whatever. Just whenever I get it on the list, it's not that serious, but I have a year to finish it or at least do one more video. And if I don't, I have to roll for a punishment on the wheel. I've not finished a single game yet, and I have a lot of backlogged punishments. Have I decided to stop doing this system yet? No, but I think Rekka predated that. So a lot of times with early access games, I'll be like, I want to come back to this before the early access release 6 months down the line and see where it's at. I want to come back to this at the 1.0. Rekka is launching into 1.0 August 18th. So I think at the time of recording, editing, when I go to edit this video, hey, me who's editing this, go put Rekka on the list, the schedule, because I do want to take a look at their 1.0. If the 1.0 was before Steam Next Fest, I would throw it into a demo dive just so we could take a look at the 1.0 release, quite frankly, because I do have the game. I received a review copy of it, so I would want to take a look at it for that. I actually might have received my review copy from Fireshine. They're back. Also, I really want to, I'm like curled up in my chair right now because my dog is under my desk, but I'm not comfortable. Okay, yeah, we need to check out this game again. Toto is trying to get onto my chair, by the way, but we need to check out Rekka again because I really liked this. It just had some graphical issues the last time I played it, but if it's going into 1.0, I would assume a lot of those have been buffed out. We then have Unme, which full transparency, I did open the page for this game already because I used it to test out. I always open a game just to see how it's gonna look in OBS for the video because I always forget to like look over at OBS while I'm recording. So this was my tester game. I just clicked a random one and it's a psych horror. On Me is an adventure game where you guide a girl harboring multiple souls within her body through an unsettling mental labyrinth, engaging in dialogue with each soul while making the harrowing choice of which to keep and which to erase in your escape attempt. This does sound very cool, actually. I am always a little bit averse to horror games, but I always say that I want to play more horror games because I think the stories in horror games are really like some of the most interesting that we see in games. So I'm gonna throw this in the wish list. It doesn't have a demo or anything, but it does have a 2026 release date. This looks terrifying. This might end up on my punishment list, the wheel, if you will, for if I don't finish a game in time of my own arbitrarily set timeline. This might end up on the wheel, the punishment wheel for when I don't finish, because this looks terrifying, but also very good. Being on the wheel is not a bad thing either. It's like a demo dive reject. It's not a bad thing. I just needed a name for it. All right, Edenfall Legacy of the First Wardens is next. Unveil a mystical action adventure where you shift between human, wolf, raccoon, and raven. Weave fluid combos across forms, purge corruption, and awaken the land's lost beauty. Together with your spirit fox companion, embark on a soul-bound journey of transformation, memory, and inner peace. Coming out Q4 of this year, there is a demo available. Does it pass the vibe check? It does. So it gets to go in the library. It's going on the list. Yeah, this sounds like something I would enjoy, quite frankly. It sounds right up my alley. So it goes on our list. Number 32. I'm very predictable, and this is like, yeah, this is something I would enjoy. Then we have Lifted. If I didn't fear copyright, I would put in the one opening line from, I think, Fire Truck by NCT 127, because now that's all I'm gonna have in my head. If you know, you know. If not, if you've never listened to an NCT 127 song, I do recommend looking up Fire Truck, because it is like a fever dream, but it's so good. It's very good. I do have an NCT Zen past, I do. Anyways, get lifted. That's why it's right there. Play as Slacker Ari, the accidental wingman in his professor's manic love-fueled time heist. Swing, climb, and puzzle through history to outsmart rival Tomb Raiders in a cinematic 80s blockbuster adventure, releasing July 22nd of this year. This seems very chaotic, but I do feel like it passes the vibe check, so I do feel like we have to put it in the demo dive list for the sole purpose that oh my god, I thought my dog was eating something he wasn't supposed to. He was drinking water out of his bowl. Sorry, I need a break for Toto time. When I move, I want to get a little camera. I want to give him a little area and then put a little camera there so that he can feature. I can just turn it on and be like, Toto's here, because he's here now. This is not an original idea. I've seen many other streamer and content creator do this, but it would be fun to have a little camera in the corner so you could see Toto. He is very cute. Anyways, I do want to put this on the list because I did subject all of you to NCT 127, so I feel like I have to put it on the list now for my for all of our pain and suffering. Okay, Dancing with Ghosts is next. I feel like I've seen this before, or something maybe similar. Maybe not, because this seems very new. This is a cozy, wholesome narrative about a young teen girl who befriends a ghost that only she can see. Likely story for ghosts. Weighed down by the death of her parents, the girl finds healing through friendship, dance, and helping others. That's why it's dancing. Ah, I see the vision. Created to share the message of joy and appreciation for the gift of life, this is the sort of game that's gonna make me cry, and I'm okay with that. Put it on the wish list. Also, the art for this is superb. I love it. This goes up there with Fishbowl. Yeah, that's another game that made me cry from the demo alone. There's no demo for this one, but we wait for it. Next, we have The Magical Quest of Molly the Marble. Oh no, we managed to skip this one. We'll talk about it. This is a cozy adventure where you tilt the world to guide a marble through cardboard dioramas to find secrets, solve puzzles, and navigate dungeons on a quest to find your lost friends. ASMR audio and multiple accessibility options ensure you will have a relaxing experience. Now, this is also the perfect type of game to go in the corner. We have another series on the channel called the Cozy Corner that has devolved now into either being the Cozy Corner or the Chaos Corner, because sometimes I can very easily make a cozy game extremely chaotic. This would be the perfect game for that. But the ASMR aspect does scare me a little bit, because I don't love ASMR. I know, shocker, you would think VTuber, you love ASMR, don't you? I don't. It doesn't do anything for me, and then I just like, I end up laughing. I applaud ASMR artists, because I could never. I'm putting it on the wish list though, because this is the perfect for the corner. Put it in the corner. Next is Well Dweller. I kind of love the art for this. It's a little guy. I love it. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Never mind, I take it back. But also, I don't. I still like the art. Well Dweller is a dark fairy tale. Dark fairy, I could have told you that. Full of charming characters living in a wretched kingdom. Play as Glimmer, a tiny bird armed with a matchstick, who must burn the Wicked Queen to save his family. This is really cool. Put that in the library. Put it on the list. No, this sounds really cool. Glimmer is adorable, but then everything else is like horrific a little bit, and I love that. I love the vibes. Put it on the list. We're getting some bangers from this showcase. Next is Wonderfall. I did read it as Wonderwall very briefly. Apologies. Toto is trying to get on my chair and there is not enough room for both of us on this chair. Oh my god. Okay. Wonderfall. Paris, 1920. The city is collapsing into sand. Play as Leon, an orphan able to manipulate sand as you explore a reimagined Paris consumed by entropy. And entropy is a proper noun, so that will come back later. I hope you're taking notes. A story-rich narrative adventure where exploration reveals what happened to the city and what still lies beneath its ruins. This sounds great. Yeah, put it on the wish list. It passed the vibe check. I already looked. See? Passes. This sounds great, and it sounds like something I would really enjoy, especially because I can make a lot of Here's Wonderwall jokes, and nobody can tell me otherwise because it's one letter off. No, this sounds great. I really want to play that one too. I was trying to put my finger on it. An orphan able to manipulate sand. I never finished. I am reading a brick of a book. I cannot remember the name of it at all, but I can picture it in my mind. But there's a book I started reading in like the end of 2024, never finished it because it's like 800 pages. I got like 75% of the way through. I really need to finish it. I've been thinking about it a lot recently, actually. But one of the main characters, like one of the main children characters, is an orphan who's able to control sand. So fun fact. There's actually a couple characters able to like manipulate sand in the book, but there's another sand manipulating orphan in that one. Bracer is next. We're just gonna move on. Grab a buddy and brace for chaos in this 3D fantasy shoot 'em up. Can I say that? Is that allowed? Face off against a twisted necromancer fueled by a cursed bracer and a bloodlust for destruction. Blast enemies, dodge projectiles, unlock upgrades, and customize your hero with unique weapons, skills, and skins. This does say single player, so there is a single player option. It passes the AI vibe check. However, there's no demo available. So if this one comes up again, we'll take a look at it then. It feels very nostalgic just from the gameplay here. But if it comes up again, we'll try it out then. But for now, it's very early on, so we're just gonna skip it for now. The next game is already on my wish list and I don't remember it, so I put this on my wish list at some point in time. Curse of Resthaven. If you've been here for any amount of time, you'll learn that I put things on my wish list. I mentioned this earlier, I put just everything on my wish list. So sometimes things end up here and I don't know how they got here. And that is the case for Curse of Resthaven. In this single-player narrative roguelite, govern a cursed island as you investigate your niece's mysterious disappearance. Interrogate, trade, upgrade, and embark upon card-based expeditions to uncover dark secrets before the next cataclysm strikes. Is this a deck builder? I think it's a deck builder. It's not listed as being a deck builder, but I think it's a deck builder, which makes sense. I love a deck builder. I actually can't show the mature content description because it lists out what's in there very clearly. So I can't show it because I will get demonetized, but I do appreciate when a game that does include that sort of content does list it out very clearly. One, from a content creator's perspective, it's nice to know what I kind of need to edit out or like edit around going into it. But also for content warnings for people who need those content warnings, because especially if you're covering tricky subject matters and darker subject matters, like this game obviously is, it's really important to know those sort of things because not everyone is going to be comfortable with that. That's also why I edit around a lot of those things in my videos. One, so I don't get demonetized, but two, so a wider amount of people can watch it because we all have things we don't particularly love to see. I have things I skip over and look for content warnings of. A demo is coming soon for this game though, so hopefully we'll be able to try it soon because it's on my wish list from somewhere. Next we have Hoa 2. I didn't play the first one. Hoa 2 will transport you to a beautiful world, explore, interact with nature, solve puzzles, and seek to bring life back to a special friend. We are going to talk about this again at the Southeast Asian Games Showcase. But yeah, nothing crazy here yet. I'm curious because this does say it's the second one. The first one came out in 2021, but there's no demo, so I might try to get my hands on the first one so we can eventually play the second one. But I'm gonna put the second one on my wish list for now so we can come back to it later. Okay, Dungeon Lurker is next. Totally different vibe. There's skeletons on the ground. All right, fight your way into the depths of a cursed I can't read. Dungeon in Dungeon Lurker, a retro action roguelike with a dark twist. Uncover a sinister secret connected to your past as you plunge into a world of dark horror and brutal combat. I mean, it's hitting some boxes for me. I do think it's funny that here they say defeat the Dark Lord and it's like in like cursed letters. Not a ton of information here, so we're gonna put it on the wish list for now. Hopefully we'll come back to it at a later date, but there's no demo, so we're just gonna have to wait on that one. Then we have Croak, tongue grapple, and bounce with your gluttonous frog prince into the witch's royal feast. Devour challenging levels and take a bite out of bosses to earn your seat at the table. Hungry enough? And then in all capital letters, it says demo out now. So I guess we'll play the demo. I might rage quit this one, quite frankly. It looks like something I would rage quit, but we're gonna give it a try regardless. Like I said, that's the beauty of the demo dive. I can rage quit if I want, and we just have to roll for a new game. But you still get to see me rage quit it. Fun fact, if I rage quit, I still keep it in. Passes the vibe check. I didn't even check. I figured it would. If you're showing your face in your game trailer, I figure you pass the AI vibe check. Like if you are willing to put your face on that, I trust you. Next we have Spider Lily, which I'm very interested in what this is. A lost soul rescues a blind fish on the shores of the afterlife, binding their fates. With only a drum to guide the way, escort this fragile companion through a vast facility that processes souls toward rebirth. An emotional journey through attachment, dependence, and letting go. This is gonna make me cry. I'm putting it on the wish list. There's no demo out. I feel like this is very early on. There's no announcements, very little content here, but it does pass the AI vibe check. This is the sort of thing that would make me cry, and I kind of love the sort of thing that would make me cry most of the time. So I would like to try that one. Then again, a total vibe switch. We have Twinkle's Galactic Tour. Travel the galaxy and bash enemies to the beat in this 90s anime-styled, low-poly, musical performing adventure. Jump from planet to planet, collect them all in classic platforming-style zones, and meet the locals in big open city hubs full of activities, side quests, and mysteries. The release date is to be announced. There's no demo. I'm assuming this is rhythm game adjacent. It does have rhythm listed here as a genre tag, and I'm very particular about my rhythm games, so I'm gonna put this on the wish list. It seems like something I would enjoy. It seems a little haha funny, but like the haha funny I like, so I think that's okay. I love a magical girl vibe, and that's kind of what this has, so I think it'll be much more enjoyable for me if and when we get a demo. Our last page for the adventure platformers. We start with how do you read this? Wilderings the Lost Spring. I can't read. But there's, hold on, playtest. Right, we registered for the playtest. Okay. What do we have here? Master the wilds, restore a broken world in this creature collecting roguelite. You got me there. I love a creature collector. I love a roguelite. Dynamic action meets open world style exploration. Befriend a mystical Hantu to heal a corrupted land. From Hero Beat, the BAFTA winning creators of Endling. You go and flex. You flex your achievements, baby. Official selection for London Games Festival 2026. I am not covering that event because I didn't even know it was ongoing, but I mean, this looks great. Looks like something I would enjoy. So we'll put it on the wish list and hope to play the playtest when that is open. We then have My Otter Friend. Explore a flooded island as a small otter, meet stranded animals, restore nature, and bring warmth back to a world that has grown quiet. I love that. Love, love, love that. It passes the vibe check, no AI in sight, but there's no demo, unfortunately, either. So we're gonna put it on the wish list for now. This is so cutie. I hope to come back to this one. Then is Shade Protocol, which I feel like we have seen before. I'm just not sure where. Passes the vibe check. You've come up for me somewhere, but I am unsure where. Shade Protocol is a 2D cyber fantasy Metroidvania where music, code, and combat collide. Have we demoed this? Wait. Swap between Dawn and Shade forms to unleash devastating abilities, wield instruments as weapons, and rewrite reality itself in a world on the brink of annihilation by the Shade Protocol. Do I have demo footage for this? This sounds extremely familiar. Aha! There you are! Aha! What list are you on? Oh. I had this on my filming schedule back in May of 2025, so literally over a year ago at this point. I think they released a trailer. I must have gotten some sort of email about it or something, and I was so intrigued by it that I guess I put it on my recording schedule. Okay, so is this a demo dive reject? And not really, but like technically it was on my schedule before? There's no demo for it, unfortunately, so I'm gonna throw it on the wish list. But yeah, that's wild that this one came back. I hope that they do. It says say to go to the website to sign up for the playtest, but I am very serious about web security, and so I do not sign up for playtests on third-party websites. Unfortunately, I will not go to a third-party website for that. I am very picky about beta testing games and demos and things. If I think it is shady, I will not play it. So I will not go to a third-party website to sign up for a playtest. I will not download off a third-party website unless I know the developer closely. Like, I'm very, very particular about that, unfortunately. So I hope they do a demo or a playtest directly through Steam at some point, because if not, we're gonna have to wait till release. And I would love to try this out because it's been on my radar before. And it looks great. It really does look great. Next, we have a repeat offender, Hella of Mice and Magic. I believe this is actually already on the Next Fest demo dive list, mayhaps, because we saw it at Endix. It is not, actually, because there's not a demo available. What happened to the page? Wait. Oh, what happened here? Is it, like, not available in the US? Because the release date is gone. There's things missing from the... Oh, dear. Do I want to like pop open my previous coverage? Because like, did it look like this before? Hold on. This game was featured at Endix, so we literally just saw it recently, which means I can like pop open my previous video and pull up what it looks like there really quickly. I'm curious. I'm very curious here. Hold on. I'm struggling to find the folder. There's the Endix video, and I have to scroll through the hour-long video now to try and find Hella. I gave it quite a bit of time though, because I was talking about it because it was at, I think, Gamescom last year. They had 2 games with 3D mice in them, and one of them used AI for the trailer, the other didn't. Hella was the one that did not use AI for the trailer, by the way. Hella was the safe one, but I had to like look into that. Okay, things have changed. Page does look different. So hold on, I have to use display capture for this. So this is my old footage. Like you can see the video title here. Like this is my old footage from like a week ago. This is the page, what it used to look like. And then this is what it looks like now. They took away the review year or the release year. There's not a thing here to like, there's nothing about purchasing it. What happened? Because the only most recent thing is the Endix announcement. Oh, what happened? I'm curious about this. I'm nosy. What happened? I'm trying to see what it used to. Yeah, they just removed that planned release date part, because underneath the Night's Peak button, it did say about a planned release date before. What happened? Oh, I hope everything's okay. Like, I'm nosy, but also I hope everything's okay with the team. Anyways, Hella, see the world through the eyes of a brave little mouse in this enchanting 3D co-op adventure. Explore breathtaking landscapes inspired by northern Sweden, solve puzzles, and be a force for good in a land where heartwarming storytelling and the beauty of nature intertwine. Because that's the thing, I'm like nervous because I'm like, wait, I liked this game, what happened? And you can see here, one of the Gamescom awards last year, I believe for upcoming indie game or like cozy game or something like that. It won an award, and this was a game I was looking forward to, but I'm also kind of like, I'm curious what happened. Is everyone okay? That's wild because we just looked at that one last week. Okay, our last game then in adventure platformers is the Transylvanian Adventure of Simon Quest. What is this? This is a parody/homage platformer set in a dark 8-bit world. Your vampire hunting rival robbed you of fame by killing Count Dracula first. So I'm assuming it's a homage. I never know how to say that word. I learned it myself through reading at a young age, and I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. But I'm assuming it's like a parody of Castlevania maybe, which I would be intrigued by, but also I'm not a silly, funny, I don't tend to be in a silly, goofy mood, but I do really like Castlevania. I'm obsessed with Castlevania, actually. Reclaim your glory by resurrecting Dracula piece by piece and slaying the Dark Count yourself. I'm curious what the reference is to. Passes the vibe check, but not the mature content vibe check. I assumed that would be the case. I'm gonna put it on the wish list. There's no demo available, but I'm gonna put it on the wish list because I'm curious if it is a love letter to Castlevania or not. It's giving that vibe, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'd be willing to demo it. I would. That is it for adventure/platformers. We then have the horror and shooters category. This is actually going to be a 2-hour video because we have 2 more whole categories to go through and we're nowhere near being done. So let us begin with the horror/shooter categories. We're starting with Paperhead. In the cute cardboard world, something went horribly wrong. Use the magical pencil, a good old shotgun, and various other weapons, as well as the strength of your mighty boots, to uncover the dark truth and find out why would cardboard bleed. That is in all caps. This is coming out September 18th of 2026. There is a demo available. Do we want to put it on the list? Do we want to do it? It passes the vibe check. It does have cartoonish blood and gore, obviously. There's redaction. Yeah, putting it on the wish list. Not the wish list. I'm putting it on the demo dive list. We can find out if it goes on the wish list. Even if I just play for like 5 minutes, let's give it a shot. I need you guys to know I do have a specific tag on my demo dive list for horror games. It's just horror in all capital letters so that I know what I'm getting into when I plan out the video. Because I do the random number generator on camera, and so I want to know what I'm getting into. Next, we have Echograph, which seems like something I would enjoy. I immediately see what looks like is like some sort of tarot or oracle cards. So immediately I'm into that. This was also part of Midsummer Night's Scream, which is the summer game showcase put on by the Horror Game Awards. I did not know about this one until like the day it was happening, so I didn't sign up for co-streamer or anything. And okay, it's tarot cards. So I would have liked to cover this one. I just didn't really know about it. This game particularly looks like something I would love, first of all. There's no demo. It's going on the wishlist though immediately. It passes the vibe check. Obviously, I don't think any of the horror games are going to pass the mature content disclosure vibe check, but that's okay. We're all adults here. But with Echograph, you photograph ghosts, crack environmental puzzles, manage limited resources, and unravel the mystery behind a generational family curse in this classic survival horror experience. This sounds really cool. That was tarot cards in the clip there. So I mean, this sounds really cool, and this is why I want to play more horror games, because this looks like something I would really enjoy. Also, it has full audio. I don't know if that means voice acting, but because sometimes they'll check full audio and it's for all the languages, and that doesn't mean voice acting. That just means it wasn't voice acted to begin with, so like it's in all languages. Anyways, Echograph looks sick. We then have Dioxide, which is not necessarily a horror, but it is a FPS game. This is a high-stakes tactical first-person shooter with Souls-like elements set in a dystopian world ravaged by industrial decay. Shatter neo-antique nightmares, scavenge the scraps of a gasping civilization, and forge the last sanctuary. You will die. You will be reprinted. Will you remain human? This sounds really cool. And this is the sort of thing, it does say PvE, but it also does say single player. I would be willing to demo this. Definitely huge mature content description here. Take anything you need to with a grain of salt, but I'm putting this on the wish list because this actually sounds really cool. And if there's a solo like story mode option, I would love to give this a try. I would. Then we have Agni, a Village of Calamity, which this looks very interesting as well. This is going to also be featured in the Southeast Asian Games Showcase, so we'll talk about it again there. But Agni, a determined investigator from a covert Indonesian police unit who defied orders and ventures into a remote village despite ominous warnings. That is a run-on sentence, that's fine. What begins as an unauthorized investigation quickly plunges Agni into a horrifying reality. Graphics on this look amazing, by the way. It's giving another game that we demoed at some point, but I can't remember the name of. Maybe Wired also did it. All right, I cannot remember the name for my life, but we have seen some, I've played something similar to this, but it was based on not like Indonesian culture and religions, but like more like Eastern European. So to see something that has like a similar feeling vibe, but from an entirely different place in the world is really, really cool. There is no demo, but I'm putting it on the wish list. This is something I would definitely like to try out. And again, there is a huge, very, very clear, mature content description and has all that stuff there. So again, take anything you need to with a grain of salt. This looks very, very cool though. I would love to demo this. Then is Gunstoppable, a momentum-fueled roguelite FPS where speed is damage. Dual-wield, overpowered weapon combos and bend time to obliterate hordes of robots and billionaire bosses. Coming soon, no date yet. When I saw the name of this and the hero art, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't that interested, but kind of seeing some of it here, I am a little bit more interested. I also feel like this might be a demo dive reject, quite frankly. I feel like this has come up somewhere before. Nope, it's not in my Notion, so it's not a demo dive reject. A demo is available. It's a sidebar demo though, so it's not recent, but I'm curious to try it. So I'm gonna throw it on the list and just make note that it's an old demo because it's not featured on the main page. So generally those demos tend to be older and not as optimized, but that's okay. I still want to give it a try. Yeah, I'm curious about this one. Yeah, that looks fun. I think we've put everything on this first page on our wish list. Some of them are just not necessarily on the wish list, but everything on this first page is either on the wish list or on the demo dive list, which is awesome, actually. Then we have Victor's Video Vault. It's 1995. The video store is alive. When the last customer leaves, the final rental rewrites reality. It's a psych horror, but this actually sounds really cool. Again, has the mature content description in the bottom. I'm gonna put this on the wish list. There's no demo for it, but this does sound very, very cool. It's very recent. The first announcement being back in April of this year. I want to see more from this one. I do. Then we have Canyons. This is a online looter shooter, so we're probably gonna skip over this one. It does say single player, but it's just not my genre that I tend to go for. Anyways, Canyons is a third-person action shooter set in a procedurally generated world. Fight mysterious awakened alone or in co-op for up to 4 players. Command a giant crawlers, build your haven, and survive a brutal living world. I'm gonna skip this one because it's not for me, but that doesn't mean it sucks. It might be for you. Next is Pale Tide, which sounds familiar. This is a top-down zombie extraction survival game where you and your dog scavenge resources from deadly infected zones. See, the dog does get me. I always am looking for an excuse to rope Toto into my shenanigans. Rescue survivors and return to a hidden bunker to upgrade your gear, grow your crew, and prepare your escape before the largest horde ever witnessed floods the region, the Pale Tide. Release date is to be announced. There is no date, there's no AI, there is mature content. I'm gonna skip it for now, but if it comes up somewhere again and I recognize it, then we'll put it on the wish list. Then is the Skin Stapler. Okay, there's a demo for this one, but I'm skipping it for my peace and quiet. The Skin Stapler is a retro-styled PSX grindhouse horror adventure set in the rotting, crime-soaked sprawl of Carrion City. Players follow a jaded detective and his eager rookie partner Robbie Knox as they hunt a mysterious serial killer known only as the Skin Stapler. This is a dark comedy walking sim coming out in Q3 of this year. There is a demo available. I'm protecting my peace and I don't want to play it. This was also in Midsummer Night's Scream. I am protecting my peace. There's no AI, but I'm protecting my peace with this one. Then we have Lucid, which is already on my wish list and I don't remember from where. So, discover your own legend in Lucid. Platform through a crystalline world torn apart by calamity, absorb powerful abilities that expand movement, and enhance combat against a diverse cast of enemies and bosses, all in gorgeous pixel art inspired by the golden age of 2D side-scrollers. I don't know where we saw this before, but there is a demo available now. It could be a demo dive reject. It was in February. Ooh, it could be a reject. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this anywhere. It's a single word title game, so it might be hard to come across. Nope, would you look at that? I see it right here, actually. It's on Player Nay. It's on my main Player Nay list. Would you look at that? All right. I'm not sure if it's the same game though, because it could. It's like Lucid is a very common word, you know? Although I do have it on here as a February reject. So yeah, that's probably where it came from. And it's lower enough on the list where I'm like, yeah, this is most likely the same game. So this was a demo dive reject. I meant to play it in February and I didn't. So the sidebar demo here is probably the February one. And this is probably the more recent one, I would assume. So let's throw that in the library. Give it its flowers. Lucid, hello, you're back. Yeah, let's put this on the list. I was gonna put this on the list regardless, but now it kind of has to go on the list because, yeah, we were supposed to play it in February. I might rage quit this one, but it's okay. It has to go on the list now. Okay, all right. We have a lot of pages here and my allergies are going crazy and I need to take my dog for a walk soon. So I might actually take a break. I actually think we're going to take a little breaky break so that I can like re-energize myself because it's been an hour and 39 minutes I've been doing this straight for. And so we're going to take a break right here. I'm not going to take the Steam page down. I'm just going to go take a lap, go touch some grass, go walk my dog in BRB. Because there's a game I really, really want to talk about. I'm very excited for Grave Seasons and have been. Oh my God, there's a release date. I want to be able to talk to ad nauseum about Grave Seasons, but I need to take a lap first. Okay, thanks. Okay, audio should be fine. We had a major technical difficulty in the last like hour. Not even. I got home from work, went to export a video that like kind of needs to go up today because of a deadline, and the video decided it wouldn't export, and then in trying to save it, because I like double saved it, one of the project files got corrupted, but I had a backup, so it was okay. And then it was a lot. It was a lot in trying to like pull the file to export in a new file. My graphics drivers combusted on themselves. Not my drivers. My actual graphics card combusted on itself and uninstalled the drivers that I installed last week to play Withering Waves. It was a whole thing. I don't want to talk about it, but I fixed it. By some act of God, I fixed it. So we're back. It's the next day. Hi. We have about half of the showcase to go through. We stopped in the horror section. I didn't want to do this in 2 different days because the problem is that this whole page here basically shuffles itself. The games kind of do a different order every single time. So we were in horror and shooters, meaning we were supposed to be on this second page, but we've already looked at Gunstoppable. There's things on the first page we haven't taken a look at yet. So we kind of just have to figure out where we were at. I know we looked at Lucid, we looked at Echograph, we looked at Dioxide because we talked about those in the thing. They're on my wish list already. So like, I know we talked about those ones, but like this game, The Alley, we have not. So we're gonna start back at the first page for horror/shooters and try to figure out which ones we like haven't done, which ones we need to do, that whole bit. So that is where we're at. Hopefully my PC pulls through for this one. Hopefully I pull through for this one because also it is 7:30. I didn't realize how late it was because I was having so many technical difficulties and I'm supposed to take my dog for his last walk in half an hour. But I did go on a walk with him while I was having PC trouble because I decided to go touch grass when I got it fixed because it took like an hour. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go on a walk now. I need to touch grass. But The Alley, we're back. This is a first-person psychological horror game. Explore a maze-like alleyway using your camera to distinguish between supernatural ghost traces and deceptive ghost feints. Is that how you say that word? I'm gonna say it, that's how you say that word. While escaping the relentless pursuit of a vengeful ghost, coming out in 2026. There is a demo available and I'm intrigued enough. Interesting. It passes the AI vibe check. I think we're gonna put it on the list. Just because I am intrigued. Smilegate is publishing and I have played other games by Smilegate before, so I'm intrigued enough. Yeah, I think we'll give this one a shot. I'm gonna put it on the list. I do have to make sure I mark it as a horror game though, because I said this yesterday in the other first half of this video that I do have a tag for horror games in particular so that I kind of know what I'm getting into. So we'll just put that on there. Okay, also I should probably note that while we're talking about demos, I got the date wrong. I got the dates wrong for Steam Next Fest. They're not back-to-back this year, so the Summer Game Fest shenanigans and Steam Next Fest have about a week in between. So that actually kind of works out better for me because it gives me 2 weeks to record Steam Next Fest related stuff and take breaks to pack my apartment to move into my new house right after. So it's gonna be a very crazy time, but I look forward to it because also I'm gonna need some breaks from packing. So actually being able to record some demo dives in between is going to be really, really sick for me. So that was The Alley, as well as some housekeeping. Then we're going to move on to Charlatan, which is a roguelike. So this is interesting. Slot machine roguelike, built on dirty tricks. Rig the reels to escape a cursed amusement park before it takes your soul. It has that like Cuphead, very old Disney type of vibe. So I do think this actually will do pretty well. Passes the AI vibe check. Playtest is finished as of May 22nd, so it looks like they just closed up a playtest. I'm curious if they'll do one for Steam Next Fest. For now, I'm gonna put it on my wish list, because I say it all the time, I love a roguelike, I do. And I would like to try out this one, because I could see this like doing pretty well, just based off like the style of it and all that jazz. It looks fun. It always, like, these sort of like luck-based roguelikes I think are really fun because I already play all my rogue games with a bit of luck to them. I don't really do rerolls when I play a rogue, specifically because I kind of like that element of surprise and just kind of like thinking of a strat on the spot most of the time. So I do like these ones that are very much luck-based because of how they're built. A slot machine roguelike is luck-based because of how it's built. So I could see myself liking this one. But there is no demo available right now and the playtest closed. So it's going on the wish list until we have another playtest. I wouldn't be surprised if this one popped up during Steam Next Fest though. If they do already have like a playtest build of the game available, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it later on. All right, we go to our new second page, and I don't think we took a look at this one yesterday. This is Broken Lore Don't Lie. It does have a demo because it's on the thing right there. It is a psychological horror spin-off of Don't Watch, where lies, medication, and fragile bonds blur the line between reality and nightmare. Okay, does it pass the vibe check? It does, but also not sure if I want to play this one just because of possibly getting demonetized as well as protecting my peace. I'm gonna skip this one for now, but if it comes up at another showcase, we'll take a look at it then. Because also I am thinking about covering the showcase, especially because I know that I have more time now and I'm not being condensed down into 2 weeks. I am highly considering covering some of the events that I'm not officially co-streaming and just doing deep dives for those ones. So we'll see. Oh my god, oh, the holes. No, I can't keep looking at that one. Nope, I'm protecting my peace. If that one comes up at another showcase somewhere, then I'll put it on the demo dive list, but right now, I'm uncomfortable. Next is Out Fishing. This can't possibly be bad, right? Okay, this was also featured at Midsummer Night's Scream, but in this game, fish, sell, upgrade your gear, and build your camp in this first-person horror fishing game. Explore a haunted forest and uncover clues about a forgotten disappearance near the lake, but return before nightfall as danger lurks beneath the water. Just says coming soon, so no date yet. There is a demo, so I think we will try this one. I love a fishing game. I do love a fishing game. Passes the vibe check. I love fishing in video games. I have a hat for my model, like a woman want me fish, fear me hat. I have one for my model because I love fishing games. I downloaded an asset for that. So this is going on the demo list because I want to. The fish even are kind of creepy, and there's a lot of blood in those fish. Like, I know fishing can get bloody because it's an animal, but still, that's a lot of blood. Put it on the thing and give it the horror tag. Oh, the horror tag. No, that I might have fun with that one. Gunstoppable, I know we did take a look at because it's already on my list, my demo list. So we're gonna move on to Cordura. I think that's how you say that. This one was featured at Midsummer Night's Scream as well. And this is a 4-player online co-op psychological horror where sanity is your most scarce resource. Venture together into shifting procedural Victorian labyrinths where the environment is never the same. Lose your sanity and the knights will mimic your team to feed your paranoia, extract, and survive. Online co-op. It doesn't look like this is playable as a single player game, so it is going to be a skip. It passes the AI vibe check, but does not pass the mature content vibe check, which is fine. We don't care about that one. We do care about it, but like, whereas if the AI vibe check is like a hard stance, yes, no, we're playing the game, the mature content vibe check is very flexible. Because there's certain things I won't play just because of my own, like, not necessarily fears, but my own hangups on certain things. There's certain mature content disclosures that I find important because, like, it's like, okay, I need that content warning for myself, actually. We're not going to play it. I'm protecting my peace mentally at this point, but it's much more flexible, you know? This one doesn't have a single player version though. It is fully co-op, so it is gonna be a skip for me just because I don't really play the co-ops, but it actually, the graphics look really good. Next is Kumarn the Wandering Spirit, a haunting Thai horror adventure. Play as Kumarn, a wandering spirit lost in a world of terrifying folklore and vengeful ghosts. This sounds right up my alley. With only his courage and loyal zebra, he must face his fears and search for a place called home. Coming soon, so no concrete release date yet. There is no demo yet. This looks very, very new. There's not any announcements or anything on the page, so this is probably like brand spanking new. So we're gonna throw it on the wish list for now, but I do and would love to come back to this game because, again, the folklore. I love folklore. I think I will like this game a lot, and it's the sort of quote-unquote horror game where I'm like, yeah, I want to play this one. All right, new page 3. Canyons. Did we see? I think we took a look at Canyons, so I'm gonna leave that one because I remember the online looter shooter. Then we have Entropy. I don't think we've seen this one. Coming out August 18th of this year, Entropy is a tactical turn-based RPG inspired by classic JRPGs, so right up my alley. Assemble your party of mercenaries and forge your own path towards an expedition into hell to stop the demonic incursion. Right up my alley. Choices you make along the way will determine the fate of your world. Dystopian horror tags. Coming to early access, there's a demo, which is awesome. Passes the vibe check. Yeah, this is definitely going on the list for demo dives. This seems right up my alley. Very, very fun. I look forward to this one. This is going to be a blast. Very nostalgia. It's a little bit nostalgia baity with the style, but I look forward to it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I think we skipped over the skin stapler. We looked at it, but I was like, ugh. Pale Tide, I think we also took a look at. It's not on my list, but I'm pretty sure we took a look at that one. There's Video Vault is on my wish list, so again, I'm pretty sure we took a look at that. I'm not seeing it on my demo list, but it's on my wish list, so I'm pretty sure we talked about it. It also sounds very familiar. Agni we looked at, and I wanted to yap about Grave Seasons, which is why I split the video, because I need to talk about Grave Seasons. Coming out August 14th of this year, finally, Grave Seasons is a narrative farming sim with a terrifying twist. Someone in the town is a supernatural serial killer. Farm, romance, and investigate your way through the unsettling town of Ashen Ridge. Now, I've been following this game for at least a year, if not two at this point, and I'm so ready for it. Basically, it's like a mix of Stardew Valley and most horror visual novels. I'm so excited for it. It is exactly also like the sprites for this game, immaculate. And all the art actually immaculate. I've been looking forward to this game for ages. And in the past, they've done like interview clips for different showcases with the developers of the game. And in one of them, one of the developers had a plushie version of Blade Honkai Star Rail in the background, and I trust other Blade enjoyers. I do. As a fellow Blade enjoyer myself, I trust y'all to give me a good game. I do, and I look forward to playing this in my house, because it's in August, so I'll be moved by then. Ooh, I look forward to it. Passes the vibe check, obviously. It does have mature content, but I mean, it's a murder visual novel. I mean, what did you expect? It's already been on my wish list. There is no demo, and I don't know if they've ever had a demo, quite frankly. They might have one time, but now that there's a release date announced, I'm just gonna wait for the release date. If I have to buy this with my own money, I will, but I've been looking forward to this game for ages. This was also at the IGN event, but yeah, I've been looking forward to this for ages. Okay, we took a look at Paperhead already. And Sucker for Love, we've talked about before. We have definitely talked about this game before. Sucker for Love Crash Landing puts the love in Lovecraftian horror. That's clever, I'll give you that. When a captivating comet named Haley, but they spelt it in a weird way. I don't think I can show the trailer for this either. They spelt it in a little bit of a weird way, which makes sense because Haley's comet is an actual comet. But when a captivating comet named Haley crashes into your apartment, you are drawn into an interplanetary conflict between light and dark. Feed Haley's fire to save the world in this horror comedy visual novel, and maybe even win a smooch. Coming soon, release date, so there's nothing yet, but there is a demo, so we'll definitely be taking a look at that one. Passes the AI vibe check, but not the mature content one for body horror, which is understandable. I guess we haven't talked about this one yet. This was also at Midsummer Night's Scream. I guess we haven't talked about this one. I'm kind of hooked already. Eldritch gods, cosmic horrors, things beyond our understanding. To merely gaze upon their form is to abandon all hope, or so they say. I've never seen anything I haven't been able to understand and explain clearly until she crash landed in my living room. Oh, I love this already. Oh, this is great. This is so great. This is gonna be a fun one. I've talked about how comedy is very hit or miss in games for me, so I hope that I enjoy the comedy in this game because this sounds so fun. Oh my god, I read it as Crash Landing, it's Crush Landing. Oh my god, that's so clever. Wait. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really fun. I'm excited for this one. I hope we roll for it. I guess I do have to tag it as horror. I guess because technically body horror. I probably should just to be safe. Okay, Feed It is next. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one. This was featured at Midsummer Night's Scream as well. It is a first-person PSX-style horror game about living with a monster. Do as you're told, or don't. Just be ready for the consequences. Okay, short-form horror, passes the AI vibe check. Best played in the dark with headphones on. Bestie, I don't know about that one. Although they did do the thing that I like when a game is very early on in development and put funny system requirements in. So we're gonna take a look at them. I think it's just the sound card requirement. And it says the hungrier the better for the sound card, which sound card in general is very kind of like outdated. I feel like most devices nowadays have a sound card that's totally fine. Like it's not a big deal. So they just put in something stupid, which I love. I love that sort of thing. There's no demo. This is one that if it comes up again, which if we do end up covering Midsummer Night's Scream, it will come up again. If it comes up again, I'm uncomfortable with the mouth, like the jaw unhinging. I'm uncomfortable with that. So I think I want to skip this one for my piece. And our last one is the only one on this page, and it's terrifying. So Tenebrous Somnia. What is that? What is happening here with the, oh my God, wait, there's like multiple different art styles. This is a 2D retro survival horror adventure game with live action cutscenes created by an award-winning film crew from Argentina. Okay, that's interesting. Unveil the depths of a disturbing story by solving puzzles and fighting horrible creatures. That's terrifying. What if they aren't just nightmares? I'm extremely intrigued by this. So this is also going to be featured at Day of the Devs, which I'm not sure if and how I'll be covering Day of the Devs yet, because technically I did get co-streamer perms for the main Summer Game Fest show, and they mentioned Day of the Devs with that. And I've covered Day of the Devs in the past, so I don't know what we're gonna do with that yet. Also, because last year's Day of the Devs, well, it was interesting. It wasn't, oh no, that was the Devolver Digital stream. Yeah, the Devolver Digital stream was weird last year because it just covered Ball X Pit, and I was a little bit disappointed by it only featuring one game, but Ball X Pit kind of rocks, so I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll give you that one. You were right for that. It also looks like this is going to be featured at Latin American Games Showcase, which is another showcase I am covering as a co-streamer, so it gets priority, passes the vibe check. I think we have to demo this. Despite the fact that it looks like it's terrifying, this is such an ambitious project that I'm so intrigued by it. There's the 2D pixel art for the gameplay, and then you have live action cutscenes. There's also looks like there's quite a bit of 3D animation, if only just to model and render out the monsters. This looks terrifying, and I think we have to try it out. Like, I think it has to go on the demo dive list. I do. Because I might regret that, and I might only get through like 5 minutes of it. This is definitely something I'm gonna have to play when it's light out. But this looks too good to pass up, you know? Definitely tagging that as horror. It just looks too good to pass up, so we do have to give that one a try. That is our last horror/shooter game. We didn't have too many shooters. I think it was just Dioxide that was on the shooters side of that. And so we're gonna move on to our very last category, which is RPG, strategy, and sim type games. One of my favorite categories. I love an RPG. I love an RPG so much. So let's get into it. We're starting with Alchemists, a roguelike deck builder. Hey, all right. Ooh, a tarot-driven tactical roguelike. I love my tarot cards, even if they read me to filth on the daily. So I look forward to this. In Alchemists, build and refine your deck in this deck builder where alchemy and tarot cards intertwine. I love it already. Explore an endless time loop where mastery comes from reliving the same day, and smart combinations matter more than raw power. Coming soon for the release date, so we don't have anything yet. I'm going to join that playtest, and it is an auto-join playtest, which means it goes on the demo dive list. I'm also going to throw this on my wish list in case I don't get to it. There's so much about this that is just perfect for me, so I need to make sure I remember it. I almost tagged it as horror again, my bad. No, this looks like it's gonna rock. Passes the vibe check. I figured it would. This looks great. I'm excited for it. Then we have Neighborhoods. This one's a life sim, a cozy city sim where you shape streets to help people thrive, gather, and develop strong opinions about a particular bench. We're reimagining the city builder as a city fixer, which I do find interesting, the concept of like fixing a city and like urban planning and all that jazz. Coming to early access, they don't say when yet. Passes the vibe check. If this one comes up somewhere again, well, I'll give it a wish list. But right now I feel like there's just not enough information here for me to like be interested, you know? Then we have Infamous Keepers, and I am trying to speedrun these last games a little bit. Apologies. We've been here for a while. This video is already gonna be over 2 hours now at this point, and my computer has gone through it a lot in the last like 4 hours. So anyways, an Infamous Keepers, defend your dungeon and your job. Tower defense meets roguelite. Love it. Well, half love it. I don't like tower defense games, but roguelites, I do. I do like those. But yes, tower defense meets roguelite in Infamous Keepers. Use strategy and some clever trickery to defeat waves of enemies, set up towers and deadly traps, send your employees into the line of fire, don't do that, and slaughter any intruders left standing yourself. Coming out Q1 of 2027, so beginning of next year. Goblins. I feel like I've played their games before. Goblin Studio, what do we got? Fantastic Haven is Goblins, okay. Which I think we demoed that one. Let's see if we've played anything else. Synergy we've played. Diluvian Winds we've played. I know we've played other ones on here. Huh. interesting. I thought I had played more things from them. Okay. There's no demo for this one, and it is tower defense. So this one I would want a demo, but there's no demo right now, so we're gonna skip it for now. It doesn't come out till 2027 though, so I do feel like we'll see that again. It passes the vibe check though. I don't think I brought that up. There's no AI. It passes the vibe check. It's cool. Then we have Ship Shaper, a creative game about the simple joy of designing ships. And I did say it earlier, devs are willing to show their face on the Steam page. I trust that there's no AI. You're putting your face to that. But yeah, designing ships, nothing more, nothing less. Export to Bulwark, I'm assuming that's a program I don't know about. 3D print are used in your own games with a free commercial license. That's very interesting. I don't think this is a game though. I think this is a software, technically. I guess it does say creative game. I think this is technically more of a software, which you can have software on Steam, like that. There's nothing wrong with that. The program I use to make my model, as well as the program I use to puppet my model, are both Steam download programs. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think this is a game, but I do think having something like this is very I don't know if necessary is the right word, but this is a great tool for especially like game devs or just people who really like ships. That's like you could 3D print them. That's cool. Pixel Washer is next. Grab your power. Also, it's a claim. All right. Well, grab your power washer and scrub pixelated worlds squeaky clean. Play as an adorable piggy, blast away grime, upgrade your gear, and restore a grubby town to its former glory in this cozy Zen-like, almost a Zen-like game. I got an email about this one. It was probably about the demo being available, but I know for a fact that this is in my inbox right now. So demo's available. We are gonna throw it on the demo dive list, but yeah, I mean, this sounds like something I'll enjoy. I love what I have recently found out has been dubbed chore gameplay that I call farm cleanup gameplay. It's the satisfying little in-game chore and cleanup type gameplay that I love. I dubbed it that after Stardew Valley, so needed to make a new tag for games I've gotten emails about. Anyways, yeah, this looks fun. This looks fun. I don't know why the cards are there, but this looks fun. Next page, Ornelia. Now, what are you? A cozy village builder and benevolent god game where you build freely, guide the Kinos, and spread kindness to bring your valley back to life. Okay, coming to early access. It passes the vibe check. I'm gonna throw this in the wish list because I would like to see this in the future, but there's no demo yet. They just posted the reveal trailer on June 1st with Mix, so that's probably why it's very, very new. They're gonna be doing an early access release, unsure when, but I look forward to playing this when there is inevitably a demo and or early access release. It sounds like something I would enjoy. We then have Isle Goblin that has been invaded by destructive humans. That was a horrible segue. And complete hostile takeover is all but complete. They said complete twice. Armed with only your monster friends and the resources available, do you have what it takes to revert the island to its former glory? Release date is to be announced. Can we request playtest access? We can just request it. So we don't really know yet if we're going to be playing this one. It passes the AI vibe check. I am going to leave that. There's not really anything I can do with this one. I requested playtest access, and that's all we got for now. So fingers crossed. And then we have Exarch, which this came up when I was looking at Goblin's Publishing's record, because I was like, I've played another game from them. I know for a fact I have, which I have, but I thought there was more. And I don't know when I put this on my wish list, but it's here. Exarch is a run-based engine builder where you command a gigantic arc ship, construct buildings, hire crew with unique skills, and exploit powerful synergies to survive your voyage to the rim of the world. I don't know when I put this on my wish list. This is, I feel like, my first time seeing this game. It does say it's coming out Q2 of 2026, which I think has passed. So there's that. This should have probably been out by now, because June is the halfway point of the year, because if Q1 is January, February, March, Q2 would be April, May, June. So I guess they have till the end of the month. I don't think that's correct. But we are gonna put the demo in the demo dive list because it's on my list, I guess. Does it pass the AI vibe check? It does. Okay. Yeah, you know where we probably saw it? Tiny Teams last year. I'm pretty sure I covered that. That's probably where we saw it. But let's throw it on the list. Yeah. Okay. Next is Cards of Prophecy. This combines tower defense, deck building, and roguelike elements with huge inspiration from trading card games. Build an ever-evolving deck to summon monsters and use powerful spells, fuse, defend, open card packs, create new strategies, repeat. So there is a demo available for this one, so it'll probably go on the list. It's tower defense, so that's always very hit or miss for me. I've mentioned that already in this video, but If I can demo a tower defense game, I am always open to demoing one, especially if it has other elements I do like deck building and roguelike elements. Although it is a student game, best student game, so we love to see it. But yeah, this is gonna go on the demo dive list because there's a demo and it looks good. Does it pass the EA vibe check? I would assume. Yes. They did my favorite thing. Oh my God. Sound card. Yes, please. I love that. Y'all need to be more creative with these things. Also, just like last year, Mix is giving me so many demos. So many. We started this at number 25. We're already almost at 50, by the way. So cool. Then we have Sonzai. I think that would be how you would pronounce that. There's a demo. Great. Awesome. Sonzai is a story-rich social link-based RPG with combo character action and JRPG elements. I've been waiting for a good JRPG. The town of Kumotoshi holds secrets. A new life, new people, new spirits. Also, the art style is great. I'm looking at this trailer. The art style is great. What are the threads that bind people together? What is the nature of magic? All presented in a beautiful, completely hand-drawn style. Oh, we love to see it. We do. Passes the vibe check, does not pass the mature content disclosure vibe check, but that's okay. I didn't think it would, based on the description alone. We're throwing that in the demo dive list, and this is one I might give priority to because it looks great. No, this looks right up my alley, obviously. I looks so good. This looks great. This looks great. I have no notes. I would just want to play it. All right. Next, we got Miria. Looks like it might give me a headache, but I digress. This is an atmospheric casual puzzle game where players navigate a strange cryptic world that blurs the line between dream and reality. Using inspection and memory, uncover hidden anomalies between mirrored worlds. Join the playtest. Welcome to the playtest. It's auto accepting access. All right, it goes on the demo dive list. Easy peasy. We can see if it actually gives me a headache or not. Couldn't find my playtest tag. Anyways, does it pass the vibe check? It does pass the vibe check. So this was actually a Day of the Devs selection for the Game Awards edition of Day of the Devs back in December of last year, which I don't think I covered that one, specifically because I was very busy back in December, and there was a couple of events around Summer Game Fest not Summer Game Fest, winter version, the Game Awards times last year that I did not get to covering just because I did end up being very busy and I had a lot going on. But yeah, we'll play test this one. Next is Husk Protocol. Attention! Husk Protocol initiated. That is part of the description. Prepare to engage in a challenging, deck-driven mecha game. Also, this pixel art is so good, I got distracted. To synergize between powerful husks, utilize a dynamic deck, and avoid detection from the city's mainframe as you infiltrate the machine-driven Brutopolis of Eterna. I think I said that right. Can I join the playtest? Welcome to the playtest. All right, it's going on the list. Oh, I accidentally hit Spotify instead of Notion. Oh, no. Go away, please. Thank you. All right, Husk Protocol. We have also passed 50 games on the list. So, I gotta start filming those demo dives, but also I have to record all the deep dives first. Anyways, passes the vibe check. The pixel art is so clean for this, by the way. I'm so impressed. I look forward to this. It is a roguelike deck builder. I love a deck builder, so we'll probably really enjoy this one. Then is Lucid Falls, which was not in the horror section for some reason. This was also featured at Midsummer Night's Scream. In this game, manipulate gravity, space, and time, and survive terrifying nightmares in a deeply atmospheric lucid dream. Facing terrifying creatures and solving challenges that bend reality, every moment reveals more of the dark truth behind Lucid Falls. So there is no release date or anything listed. It passes the vibe check. Not the mature content vibe check, though. It does not pass that one, which is a horror game, so I figured it wouldn't. I'm going to throw this on the wish list for now because it does look like something I would enjoy. There's no demo yet, so we're just going to throw it in. That's terrifying. I'm going to need to play this one when it's light out. This might end up on the punishment list, actually. I think I explained the punishment list already in this video, so I'm not going to explain it again. And if I haven't, just don't worry about it. We have Signy, I think that's how you say that, and Mino, I think that's how you say that. Against All Gods is the tagline. A tag team battle RPG where every move combos together. Discover your hidden powers as you find yourself hurtled into a conflict among the gods. Coming out July 30th of this year, there is a demo. You can play it in single player. I'm surprised there's no multiplayer version. which I guess makes sense because I guess someone would have to play as the dog in that scenario. It passes the vibe check. We'll throw it on the list. I can struggle with the title again. The art style is really clean, really good, but I guess we'll put it on the demo dive list. Why not? All right, cool. Then we have Elder Idol. This is an idle game, isn't it? A clicker idle game set in a sleepy RPG town, what'd I tell ya? Smash pots, recruit gnomes, raid mines, unlock upgrades, and optimize everything until you're filthy stinking rich. Release date is coming soon. This is gonna be interesting. It passes the vibe check, that it does. I guess we're gonna demo the capitalist idle sim. All right, why not? Art style is good. I do like the art style. I think I will like this because it seems like it'll be very cheeky in how it covers the capitalism of it all, and I do appreciate that. Oh, it's Future Friends! All right, yeah, this will probably be good. Future Friends is publishing. That's fine. Next, we have Chivalware, a frantic tile matching action roguelite. Challenge your reflexes and coordination in real time on a grid battlefield. Evade attacks, match tiles to charge your weapons, and find the right opportunity to strike, coming out Q4 of this year, so more near the end of the year. This looks really good. Yeah, put it on the demo dive list. Why not? This looks like something I would enjoy, actually. It hits my buzzwords. It does pass the vibe check. Okay, cool. Thank you. I don't think we've had any games not pass the vibe check so far in this video, which is impressive to say the least. Then we have Don't Let It Starve, also featured at Midsummer Night's Scream, coming out June 12th of this year, so very, very soon. This is a horror roguelike bento builder. Okay. You're trapped in an underground kitchen, forced to feed a half-chef monster. Gamble with your life, assemble meals, and master your multipliers. Whatever you do, don't let it starve. See, this is very similar to the game that was featured earlier about the pig monster that can unhinge its jaw. That freaked me out a little bit. Luckily, there is a demo for this one because this sounds much more up my alley. I think it's the roguelite of it all. Roguelike of it all. My mistake. We'll throw this in the list. I do have to tag it as horror, but we'll throw it on the list. I think it's because there's no unhinging of jaws in this one that I'm like much more able to stomach it, you know? What do we got next? Canvas City, a turn-based tactics RPG of rebellion on roller skates. Lead a crew of skaters and street artists rising up against an oppressive regime. All right. I had to say regime 3 times to get it right, by the way. Each map is a battleground in a canvas where your actions shift control, leave your mark, and shape the city's future. Okay, there's no demo. This is going to be at Frosty Games this year as well, which we are covering that one officially. I'm gonna throw it on the wish list for now. I'm kind of hoping maybe it'll have something later on that we can play. A demo maybe with Steam Next Fest, possibly. Not really sure, but we will see more of this at Frosty Games. So Never's End is next, which is already on my wish list, so we have seen this before. Unsure where, but maybe we'll figure that out later. Master a deeply systematic battlefield where every force interacts. Move heat to create wind, shift humidity to change the weather, and compress the earth, turning rock into lava. Possess townsfolk, explore an open world, and fight back the ever-creeping Never, proper noun, in this turn-based tactical RPG. I mean, it sounds like something that is right up my alley. I'm just curious where we've seen this before. It's going to be at Day of the Devs this year. Was that PAX? I've not covered any of these events. Where do I know you from? It passes the vibe check, by the way. Put it on the list, I guess. It does look like maybe there was an earlier demo, so there's a possibility this is a demo dive reject, but I'm not gonna tag it as one because I can't figure out where I saw it before this. This looks really good though. It does. It looks exactly like something I would enjoy. Everything about it, art style, everything. This looks good. Okay, next is All Our Broken Parts, which is a visual novel. We love a visual novel. Experience a story-driven adventure game as a robot doctor. In a city of robots, illness is looming. Crack open ports and units to trace causes, diagnose, repair, and cross paths with robots and stories. I love that. I love that description. Uncover secrets buried in the past and future. Discover the truth that makes each robot unique. This is very interesting because it touches on the concept of at what point is a robot or like a technology system, at what point do they become sentient? At what point are they considered a human more so than like a bunch of numbers, you know? And I don't mean that from like a sentient AI perspective. I mean it from like a sci-fi fantasy perspective of at what point is the robot human? Do androids dream of electric sheep? Something in that vein, you know? So immediately I love this. There is a playtest. Oh, I have playtest access. Wait, when did I get playtest access to this? Hold on. Where are you from? When did I get playtest access to this? Hold on, Choose Wisely. Choose Wisely Festival. This is our first time talking about it today. This was a Steam event done at the end of last year for like visual novels, choices matter type games. And I covered this one. And so it's probably a demo dive reject. This was probably on the list for Choose Wisely. I didn't roll it because I did the same system where I rolled for games there. I did not roll it on the random number generator, and therefore we did not get to play it. So this is a demo dive reject, but oh my god, this looks so good. I hit my mic. This looks so good. I hope we roll this one. Oh boy, I want to play that one. All right, it is available now. It's technically a play test, and it's a reject. There we go. I got my tags in. But oh my, oh, this looks so good. This looks so, I can't believe we didn't roll it last time. This looks so good. Oh my god. I'm obsessed. Okay, second to last page, we have The Secret of Weepstone, in a hand-drawn black and white dungeon crawler RPG inspired by classic D&D of the 80s. Roll dice, fight monsters, loot dungeons, embrace death, and unravel the secret of Weepstone. Just for the fact that it's hand-drawn, we gotta play it. Passes the vibe check, but not the mature content one. It's considering it is calling back to like classic D&D. I didn't expect it to pass that vibe check, quite frankly. For mature content, I was expecting colorful language, but this is not necessarily, like, the art style particularly isn't necessarily one I would usually go for, but considering the fact that it is hand-drawn, we have to play it. If you hand draw your game, especially in this day and age where so many devs are just using AI for things, if you hand draw your game, I am going to demo it. There's certain things, it's like checking boxes that I make jokes about all the time. It checks my boxes. If you hand draw your game, immediately you're going on the list. That's awesome. That's so impressive. Especially because you can see like that, is cross-hatching or something? Whatever it's called. There's so much of that. This must have taken so long to make. That's so impressive. Okay. Dark Cards of Candlewood looks like something I would enjoy. This is a solo collectible card game with the soul of a classic JRPG. There it is! Embark on replayable dungeon runs with deceptively deep two-choice card combat. Draft items for your backpack, master chain attacks, and even crack a few card packs. Then save the world from eternal darkness. Yeah, this looks great. It has a demo. All right, put it on the list immediately. Wait, does it pass the vibe check? It does. We're safe. It's also the user-defined tags. Tag it as roguelite and a deck builder, so immediately yes. So many of these games look so good, and I am so excited for them. We then have, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to read this. Runomicon. We'll go with that. Perform a dark ritual with your own hands under relentless pressure. Oh dear god. Draw runes in real time, defend the ritual from enemies trying to stop it, and upgrade your skills to unleash devastating magic. Summon ancient eldritch gods in this dark fantasy game driven by skill, strategy, and constant tension. This is listed as a tower defense with the user-defined tags coming out this year, so I'm gonna put it on the demo dive list, but it is gonna be very hit or miss for me. I already can tell because it's the tower defense tag, but we will give it a shot because otherwise it seems like something I would really enjoy. Does it pass the vibe check? It does pass the vibe check. Wow. And this is also going to be part of Day of the Devs, so we'll see this again most likely, possibly, maybe? I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's part of the Day of the Devs. Then we have Archon Soul, a 2D roguelike deck builder where you create powerful dice using swappable faces, runes, and bodies with unique effects. We have another game with runes involved. Draft spells, craft powerful synergies, defeat challenging enemies, and conquer the Archon's Palace. Now, I play gacha games, right? So I know there's gonna be people seeing that and be like, Archon, like Genshin Impact? No, Genshin did not make that word. An Archon is just another name for a god or like a deity. Genshin does not own that word. I play a lot of gacha games here, so sometimes I feel the need to just like clarify these things. Genshin did not make that word up. Okay. It's coming out Q3 of this year. There is a demo, so we're gonna demo it, obviously. I did want to point that out because I know that I know some of you are only here for gacha games, but if you happen to watch this video as well, that is not a gacha game reference. Thank you. This looks like something I would enjoy though. Roguelike deck builder, there it is. Okay, then we have Symbiosis, a solo or co-op hero shooter set in a procedural alien world. This should have been in the shooter category. What is it doing in RPGs? Explore, build, evolve, and fight side by side against waves of mechanical hybrids. Wishlist now. There's no demo for this one. It passes the vibe check, but I'm not a big hero shooter girl, so I'm gonna skip this one. And that's okay. Our last page, there's 3 games. We start with Attack of the Astrals. This is also going to be featured at Frosty Games, so this will not be our last time talking about it. But this is a turn-based strategy roguelike where every battle is a tactical puzzle. Each move of your champion trio unleashes an attack and swaps tiles with other units. So this is entirely luck-based. Combine skills, spells, and summons to defeat a cosmic army that grows stronger as you do. Coming out this year from Goblins Publishing. Yeah, we're gonna demo this one. I'm not sure how we're gonna feel, where this is going on the demo dive list. We'll talk about it again with Frosty. Maybe I'll have recorded it by then. I don't know. It hits my boxes enough that I'm like, yeah, we'll try it. Why not? Go crazy. I want to finish this video. We next have Wabi Sabi Sushi Derby. This is tagged as PvE, so this might be a bit hit or miss. But this is adorable sushi race at full speed in a training X racing game. That was a horrible segue. Become a sushi chef, craft unique toppings, and enter your trained sushi into races. Don't forget to cheer on your sushi during the race. Win the prestigious S1 Cup, because they're sushi. Instead of F1, it's S1. And become a top-tier sushi chef, coming out July 15th of this year. Oh, it's got a demo. Throw it on the demo dive list. I'm probably gonna suck at it because I suck at racing games, but I don't know if this is technically a racing game. I think they just make a reference to that. So I think we'll be fine. But yeah, throw it on the list. Why not? Yeah, sure. Our last game is Theos Cities of Myth. This is a modern take on classic city builders. Theos Cities of Myth lets you develop a thriving metropolis dedicated to one of 7 Greek deities. I don't think this is a demo, actually. I don't see the green. Raise an imposing sanctuary, meet your citizens' needs, and found a city worthy of the gods. No release date listed, except for coming soon. It passes the vibe check. There's no demo, so it goes on the wish list. This sounds fun. I'm curious what deities they involved, because they say 7. So like, who's in the game? I want to know. I really like mythology, so I'm like very curious here. I think they list them down here. So we got Zeus, we got Athena, we got Hermes, Ares, Poseidon, Dionysus. Is that 6 or 7? Did they say 6 or 7? Because that is an interesting 7. It's 7. That's an interesting assortment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I had to play this game today, I'd probably pick Athena. Just saying. Athena or Hermes? Maybe Zeus for the chaos of it all, but that's beside the point. I wonder if because it'd be really cool if they added other deities, like as a DLC. I'd pay for that. I would. Because like this assortment they have here of 7 is fine, but some of my favorites aren't in this one, so I would like a DLC, please. It was revealed on June 1st, so this was like just shown off. I'm gonna put it on the wish list so that we can demo it later on, because this is definitely something I would enjoy. Thank you. That was it though. We're gonna really quickly now go up to the all games, browse all titles. I'm gonna refresh the page just to make sure we've seen everything. All right, Mega Gum. Yeah, we did see that one. We saw Oasis. Cause some of these I'm like not gonna remember because like it was yesterday. I think we did see every single game. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Wonderful, wonderful. I think we need to take a look at that. Midgard we saw, Memorial Wake we saw, Shade Protocol we saw. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anyone. Because I know there's one game that's hidden, and I don't know what that one hidden game is. I don't think, just because based off the fact that no other game has used AI within this showcase, I don't think it's hidden because I hid it out of my own accord for the use of generative AI. It's probably hidden for excessive use of gore because I do have that setting on. It's either an excessive use of gore or excessive NSFW content. I do have both of those hidden for the sole purpose that I don't want to get demonetized. So that it's probably one of those is the reason and not the AI banhammer reason. I would just think, because no other game has used AI here. So I don't think it's that, you know, either that or it's hidden because I played it on Switch. Yeah, we have seen everything though. That's it. All right, cool. We did it. That was Mixed Summer Games Showcase. This might be a 3-hour video, but we did it. We done did it, folks. I have to edit this now, as well as like so many other videos. But that was the Mixed Summer Games Showcase. Wild. We went from having, at the start of this video, I had 25 games on my demo dive list, and we ended with 63. I'm not gonna do the math because I don't want to, but I would say we came out of this pretty wealthy in indie games to try, and I love that for us. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and thank you once again to the team over at Mix for having me as a content creator / co-streamer for the event. I always love to cover these things. I do. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. Let me know in the comments down below what you are most excited to play from this event. What is the game you are most looking forward to? Let me know in the comments down below, but remember, keep it cute, keep it classy, keep it cordial. We do not talk bad on other games to support it. You know, multiple games can coexist together. Thank you. But let me know in the comments down below. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Happy Summer Games Fest. Go play an indie game, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!